in the league, but only by a game and a half right now. 24-11. They lost their last game, actually. That was to the Miners. And, Bob, the Miners and the Bucks play again tonight. So that game is ever so crucial for both of those teams. If the Bucks drop tonight, well, then it's just a half game out, and the Miners could find themselves into first place, which would mean the Oilers and the Bucks would play instead of a Miners and Oilers matchup. But 24-11 and a game and a half ahead of the Miners. The Miners at 23-13. The Oilers 21-17. They are 4.5 games out of first place and 3 games behind the Miners. The Pilots at 13-25 are 12.5 games back. They have also lost 9 consecutive games. They are skidding down the home stretch here. But I'll tell you what, the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks have also lost 4 straight. They are 10-25 and 14 games back. But the interesting thing is that it is only a game and a half ahead of the Pilots. That is what is interesting about this, Bob, because if the Chinooks can somehow win 2 games and the Pilots drop 2 games or even a game, then things get interesting as to who would get into these playoffs for the final seed.
So it's a very good concept that gives everybody almost even on the bottom of the stack a chance for a playoff berth. So we'll be back with the Around the Horn and the starting lineups here on KSLD. It's Oilers Baseball 1140.
Discover your path to success at Kenai Peninsula College's Open House, August 20th. Whether you're a recent high school graduate, a working professional, or a lifelong learner, they have something for everybody. Explore their campus, meet their faculty, and learn about their diverse range of programs. Join KPC August 20th from 4 to 7 p.m. for local food trucks and family-friendly fun. Visit their website for more details.
Discover a radiant smile with Ridgeway Family Dentistry's exclusive offer. Only $199 for a new patient bundle. Uncover the benefits of a dental exam and x-rays, cleaning not included, during this limited time offer. Why Ridgeway? With over 240 positive reviews, they've been dedicated to treating patients of all ages in the Sylvania community and the Kenai Peninsula since 1990. Experience premium dental care with cutting-edge technology and a skilled team led by Dr. David Richburg. Elevate your oral health journey. Schedule a consultation today at Ridgeway Family Dentistry, where satisfaction meets a healthy smile.
Hey guys, fish are running, but that's not the only thing that can swim upstream. You have 200 million swimmers lined up and ready to roll every single time. If you've been considering a vasectomy, Dr. Alvarez will perform a no-needle, no-scalp procedure, which is minimally invasive with little or no discomfort. We accept all insurance, and our self-pay price is often more affordable than high-deductible plans, regardless of network status. Let us check yours. Call Peninsula Surgery and Aesthetics, 907-235-1010, or check our website. Let's sink those summers and focus on some summer fun.
Live in a small town where it feels like home. I got everything I need, and nothing that I don't.
The Sweeney's Clothing pregame show continues as we go around the horn with today's starting lineups. Brought to you by Genoir Towing and Recovery.
Welcome back to the Sweeney's pregame show here on ESPN Radio, as this is brought to you by Genoir Towing and Recovery. When you need a tow, call Genoir at 907-394-6068. That number, 907-394-6068. Let's run you through. Cole Dawson, the shortstop, leads off. He's hitting first. Hitting second is the center fielder, Colin Robson. Hitting third, the designated hitter, is Zach Ferris. Hitting fourth is Eddie Leon. He'll be at second base today. Hitting fifth is Cody New. He's the first baseman. Hitting sixth is the catcher, Braden Smith. Hitting seventh is Cole Wilson. He'll be in left field this evening. Hitting eighth is Andrew Alva. He'll be in right field. And Brock Worthgen will be at third base. He's hitting ninth, as the starter for the Oilers is Max Sasaki. We'll give you some of his numbers in just a moment. And, as we flip over quickly to the other side of things, Dylan Marks leads off. He's the second baseman. Hitting second is Luke Hefner. He'll be at shortstop. Hitting third is Luke Stolga. He's in center field. The DH, Rodrigo Barajas, hits fourth. Hitting fifth is Chase Knight. He's the third baseman. Hitting sixth is the first baseman, Owen Hayes. Hitting seventh, the right fielder, Jack Dorn. Hitting eighth is the left fielder Jacob Coes, and rounding out the lineup is Bo Rico. He'll be doing the catching, and the starting pitcher is Mac Zawistowski. That is a look around the horn. When, folks, we come back, we're just the national anthem away from baseball. Oilers coming up next right here on ESPN Radio.
One of the questions I get asked most frequently by people is, I don't want to sue anybody.
We'll give you a heads up when the anthem's over.
I don't want to have a deposition taken. They don't want to have their business be made. All right. And I think a common misunderstanding is that if you have a case, a personal injury case or a car accident case, that you will end up in court. Most of those are settled without ever even needing to file a lawsuit. People just need someone to help negotiate with insurance adjusters who are trying to prevent them from getting a full recovery. Earhart, Elsner, and Cooley.
Hey guys, the fish are running, but that's not the only thing that can swim upstream. You have 200 million swimmers lined up every single time. If you've been considering a vasectomy, Dr. Alvarez will perform a no-needle, no-scalpel procedure, which is minimally invasive with little or no discomfort. We accept all insurance, and our self-pay price is often more affordable than high-deductible plans, regardless of status. Let us check with yours. Help Peninsula Surgery Aesthetics, 907-235-10, or check our website. Let's think of swimmers and focus on fun.
Hello, I'm Marty Hansen, owner and manager of Eyewear Express. Have you ever bought new glasses for your little darling and they're lost or twisted into a figure eight before you even get home or take that first picture? Well, if you got them at Eyewear Express, we'll replace the frame for free. Let me say that again. If they lose or break the frame, we'll replace it for free. So relax.
Bring it back after this, Caleb.
In the Center Mall, Soldotna. 260-9199.
Welcome back to the Coral Seymour Park Oilers baseball. Partly cloudy skies, temperature about 59 degrees, maybe 60, and we expect with the 6 o'clock start, things are going to get a little bit cooler as the evening progresses. The wind is calm. That's a delightful change of pace, as we have had some really heavy breezes this summer.
Yeah, we really have. I mean, talk about home runs, or should I say lack thereof, here at this ballpark. We've only seen a couple of slip over the fence here at Coral Seymour, and a lot of that comes exactly to what you're talking about, Bob. Heavy gusts coming in from the outfield.
Well, we had a year 15 years ago where there was only one home run hit all year.
Wow.
So we've seen a couple of here that were so dramatic. I think of Eddie Leon's one that against the Bucks that gave us an 8-6 lead. And he's a starting pitcher playing DH. Whoa! And now, of course, today he's playing second base. We'll go around the horn here for the Oilers starters. Worthgen, Dawson, Leon, and New. The infield third to first with Wilson, Robson, Alva. The outfield left, center, and right. And a battery of Sasaki and Smith. Tell me about Alva. He's a new acquisition. When did he join the team?
Yeah, he joined in probably the first or second week of July, but the Oilers, of course, were on the road twice in July, so they have not spent much time here at Coral Seymour Park, but he's been a great addition. He's a guy that he has great range in the outfield, a lot of good speed, and he's really starting to come around at the plate as well. He's got a good swing. He's fresh out of high school, a young guy that has good energy, and I think he's a great guy to fill in for right field.
We saw Sasaki early in that four-game winning streak we got against the Miners. I have not seen him pitch since then. And his record is 4-2. He's gone 41 innings. He's got a 2.41 ERA, and he's got 19 strikeouts to his credit.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what, Max Sasaki is he's a guy that goes out and he doesn't mess around. His last outing, he went 8 innings pitched, 4 hits, only 1 run. It was earned, 1 walk and 5 strikeouts. That was against this Glacier Pilots team in a 7-1 victory for the Oilers that snapped that 6-game losing streak. And Sasaki is a guy where in this league, it is to his credit. He is a contact pitcher. He pitches to weak contact, groundouts, flyouts. And here at Coral Seymour Park, on most days, that is exactly what you want.
Dylan Marks will lead off for the Glacier Pilots. They're in gray. I'd say it is a powdery gray, and it's high and away for ball one. Marks, the second baseman, batting .230 with 9 RBIs. Ball one, the count. It's a right-hander on right-hander matchup here to start the game. Here's the next pitch, and it's a ground ball to the right field and a base hit right away here for the Pilots as they get Marks on with a single to right.
Yeah, Dylan Marks was not in the game last night. He, however, was in the game 2 nights ago. He had an RBI single in the 4th. That was his only hit, but he reached twice. He also reached on an error in the 9th.
Well, there goes the no-hitter. All right. Luke Hefner, the shortstop, coming to the plate, batting .234 with 8 RBIs, and it's ball 1 high, maybe a little bit outside. Infield at standard depth, although Worthgen is close to the grass. Possibility of a bunt is high. Here's the pitch, and it hit him. Was not a good start for Sasaki. I think he wants to talk to the ump. He's supposed to get out of the way, but that's never called. Well, runners on first and second, nobody out to start the game here for the Pilots.
Yeah, this is uncharacteristic for Sasaki. He's just got to settle down right here again. Obviously a runner into scoring position now, but if you're Sasaki, you just got to brush it off and work yourself into that contact hitting that you've done so far.
Luke Stolga, the center fielder, with 10 RBIs and batting $1.64, shows bunt comes in high. And I'm thinking we haven't had a strike yet, except for that single. Stolga, a high RBI producer for the Glacier Pilots. Sasaki pitching from the stretch. Here's the pitch. He shows the bunt, and that is called strike very slowly. We'll see if that was a style of this umpire or he wanted a second look. Ball 1, strike 1. Runners on first and second. Sasaki in a jam right away. He throws bunt. It's a curveball. It's high and tight. Woo, 2-1. I'm looking at Stolga with his horizontal bunt stance, and I think that's great. Throw him a fastball. Ball 2, strike 1. And again, no deception here. He's showing the bunt. Here's the pitch, and it's a bunt. It goes to Sasaki. He's going to have to throw to first and hurry. Just nips him. He looked to I think he looked to second base, and get the sacrifice by Stolga is well done to the left side of the infield. And now the Pilots are in business with 2 runners in scoring position and only 1 out.
Yeah, the Pilots struck first last night. They got a run at the top of the first. So the Oilers they're no stranger to battling from behind, but here would be great if they can get out of a jam.
Rodrigo Barajas, the designated hitter. And the first pitch to him is popped up foul to the left-hand side. That's brought to you by Everybody Rides Again. If you're looking for a used vehicle, no credit, bad credit, no problem. Your job plus a small down payment is all you need. Located at the big corner, K Beach and Pompey Lane, 260-3053. Strike 1 the count. Here's the pitch. It's a curve, and that's up high, and it's 1-1. Left-handed hitter. The designated hitter, Barajas, batting .129 with 7 RBIs. He'd like to make it 9 real quickly here. Ball 1, strike 1. Here's the stretch and the pitch. And it's a ground ball to the right side. They're going to come to the plate. They got him. Wow, what a great throw. He was slow on making the call, but that was a terrific play by New. He decided to get the runner at the plate, and it was on the third base side, and Smith made a great tag.
Yeah, that's a great throw from New because even though that Smith has to go up the line for that throw, that actually worked to his advantage because, Dylan Marks didn't get a great jump off of third base, and he was right there, was Braden Smith behind the plate to get that out.
Runners on first and third, and the batter is Chase Knight, and it's outside. I'll tell you what, that was a ground ball to first. I think he was close to the grass, so they had the infield pulled in, and it paid off that time. Ball 1, strike 1 is the count to Chase Knight. And the pitch to him, that's a strike. Yes, this umpire's slow in making his calls. That's a style, and it's okay. Knight is 206 with 2 RBIs playing third base today. And it's a righty on lefty matchup. Runners on the corners, 2 dead. The stretch and the pitch in tight. And it goes to 2-1. Sasaki having trouble finding strikes here. He's behind in the count once again. Runner on third is Hefner. There's the pitch. Fouled line drive off to the left side, out of play. So Hefner's on first, and Barajas with his fielder's choice is on, Hefner's on third, and Barajas on first with his fielder's choice. Ball 2, strike 2. The pitch, ground tap to the left side. There, Leon has it at second base to the right side, and it is a 4-3 putout, and Sasaki weasels out of that big fat jam. Wow. All right, in the inning, no runs, one hit, a hit batter, a sacrifice fly, and a play at the plate. With this no score, we're going to the Oilers half of the first on ESPN.
Life can often be overwhelming, and certainly your health care can add to that. But at Soldotna Professional Pharmacy, we're here to support you. We understand the difficulties you may face, and we're here to help. As your local pharmacy, we proudly offer monthly medication delivery services spanning from Cooper Landing to Homer, ensuring you get the care you deserve right. Find us conveniently located on Binkley Street in Soldotna, or we are just a call away at 907-262-3800. That's Soldotna Professional Pharmacy, where your health is our mission.
Health concerns don't wait for the perfect moment. That's why Central Peninsula Urgent Care is your solution for immediate care that fits your schedule. Our board-certified emergency physicians
doesn't seem to be any better. Let's try another one.
Your well-being. Located at the corner of the Spur Highway and Walmart Drive in Kenai, we're open daily from 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. No appointment necessary. Just walk in for compassionate, personalized healing on your schedule. Visit us at KenaiUrgentCare.com.
This is a beauty. Bob Bird, Noah McLean, and Caleb back at the studio. We're going to the Oiler half of the first inning. There's no score. And let's set the defense for the Anchorage Glacier Pilots. Knight, Hefner, Marks, and Hayes are the infield third to first, with Coes, Stulga, and Dorn the outfield left, center, and right. And a battery of Zawistowski and Rico. And the first batter for the Oilers, Cole Dawson, batting at .244 with 8 RBIs, and the first pitch to him drops in for a strike. The left-handed Zawistowski is 1-6. He's pitched 43 innings, a 7.06 ERA, and 20 strikeouts. Cole Dawson, righty on lefty matchup. The next pitch is high and away. Let's just call it way outside, and it's 1-1. Partly cloudy skies, calm wind today. And we have, I think, a 1-1 pitch, and it's a ground ball. Should be routine to Hefner. It's short. He'll make the throw. It's a sidearm toss, and it's a 6-3 putout to start the Oilers here in the first inning. For those of you unfamiliar with baseball, every position has a number. Number 1 is the pitcher. Number 2, the catcher. First baseman is number 3. Second baseman, number 4, but then they skip to the third base to be 5, and the shortstop is 6. And now Colin Robson, the Oilers' leading hitter, is at the plate. The first pitch to him is high for ball 1. Robson batting .310 with 4 home runs, 22 RBIs, leading the Oilers, who are locked in a third-place position for the playoffs. Here's the pitch to Robson, and it's a pop foul. Going to go out of play, close to the beer garden, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, Robson has really done a great job in this series. Last night, he picked up a couple more RBIs, had an RBI double in the 7th. He also stole 2 bases last night. He scored once, and he's just a great guy to have on the roster.
Curveball in tight, right past his ear, and it's 2-1. Might be getting some votes for league MVP. I should think so. I don't know who's leading the league in home runs.
Colin Robson.
He is. That's usually 7 or 8 or 9 will lead the league. Here's the pitch. It's fouled up and over. And that brought to you by Everybody Rides again at 260-3053. Bad credit or no credit, they'll get you a car with a job and a small down payment. Ball 2, strike 2. The stretch by the lanky left-hander, and it's fouled, just got a piece of it. Pilots, very nice gray buff uniforms with blue trim, blue lettering, blue hats. Oilers wearing black tonight with snow white pants and a red stripe. Ball 2, strike 2 to Colin Robson. Here's the pitch to him. Checks his swing. It's outside and low, and it's a full boat right now for Robson.
First full count of the game for either team, and Robson, he's become a lot more patient, Bob, and that's paid off to his credit as his OBP is just soaring through the roof right now.
Ball 3, strike 2. Here it comes. Low. He'll get that walk, and that's what patience does for you. And so the Oilers have a base runner with one dead here in the first inning, and it's going to bring up Zach Ferris, who's the DH tonight. He's been playing first base most of the season, but Cody New is playing first base today. And Ferris, a left-hander, against the left-handed throwing Zawistowski. Runner on first, one out for the Oilers. We're in the first inning. There's no score, and that's brought to you by the Three Bears. Three Bears Alaska checks in with our score report. At any time, at any moment, there's you know what the egg timer thing is with scores, Noah? I'll tell you that in a minute. Here's the next pitch. It's outside. It's ball 2. The egg timer. It's a 3-minute egg timer. And every time you see it run out, give the score. Ball 2, no strikes to Zach Ferris. Here's the stretch and the pitch. And he cuffed him. A really half-hearted swing. I think he wants that back again.
Yeah, a bit of an excuse me swing that he tried to hold up on, but could not. He definitely went all the way through.
Great to have we'll wait for this next pitch as he goes to the stretch here. Long set, and the pitch. High and tight. Great to have Casey roll, but he's calling the game for the enemy today. He did the Oilers games for about 5 years. And a talent discovered by Dan Gensel, who this press box is now named after. He's got 2 press boxes named after him. Here's the 3-1. Runner goes. It's a ground ball. Goes to the first baseman. He's got no play except a touch first. And Robson was off to the races on the hit and run. And that was served inside. And I think that was a really good pitch by Zawitowski.
Yeah, it was tough. It jammed him up into lefty hitters on that pitch there, but Ferris does a nice job battling it off, and he moves over the runner. So now it's up to Leon to try and move a runner in as Oilers have a runner in scoring position.
Eddie Leon, a pitcher and home run hitter for the Oilers. Bats righty on lefty. Here's the pitch to him, and it's outside for ball 1. Leon has a .216 batting average, 1 home run, 5 RBIs. Playing second base today. Robson with what's called a 2-out lead at second base. I'll explain that in a minute. Ball 1 is the count to Eddie. And the pitch. And it's a line drive into the gap in left center. It's going to go to the wall. It will score a run, and Eddie Leon shows why. He's going to wheel for 3. He's not hesitating. He's in sliding. There was no play. A 2-out triple all the way to the wall, just below the scoreboard in left field. I'm surprised that he went for 3, and it was no contest there.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that was a great swing, Bob. He just found a pitch that was out over the plate, hung in there on an off-speed pitch, and he found it, drove it out to the Coca-Cola sign in left field. And because that ball got into the gap and was hit well, it just kept on rolling all the way to the wall, and that's why a speedy Eddie Leon got to third.
Cody New would like to bring him home. And he's a lefty-on-lefty matchup here, playing first base today with a .333 average and 9 RBIs. He never hesitated to go for a triple. Here's the pitch, and it looks like it's a strike called on the outside corner at the knees. Don't have the umpire's number, but I'm used to him now. Some umpires give it a little bit longer call. Ball 1, I think, is the count. I'm not sure. There's a curveball. That did not drop in, says the umpire, and it's 2-1 right now. Ball 2, strike 1, the count. Lefty on lefty. Cody New with a crouch stance. Here's the pitch. And he line drives up the middle. Base hit to straightaway center right over the bag. And the Oilers have a 2-0 lead. That's clutch hitting with 2 outs by both these guys.
And these are two guys that come in that are traditionally pitchers. You talk about Eddie Leon being a pitcher. Well, Cody New has just been absolutely phenomenal. And in the first game of this series, he was able to go out, and Cody New was just wheeling and dealing in his outing. So he's been fantastic, and now he's able to do it on the batting side as well.
Here's Braden Smith, the catcher, and the first pitch to him is tap foul down the third base side. Smith batting .200, the Mendoza line with 3 RBIs. And I think he's got a really good arm. If there's any caught stealing throws by any of the Oiler catchers, I would bet that Smith leads them, but I'm only guessing. Runner on first, there's 2 outs, and 2 runs are in. There's the pitch to Smith. Oh, man, that was close to hitting him, dirty and on the inside. And you got to have twinkle toes to get out of the way of that one.
Yeah, just to go back to New here for a minute. The other night, 6 innings pitched, no hits, no runs, 3 walks, and 8 strikeouts in his win here the other night against the Pilots.
1-1 the count. Pitch is way outside, and it goes to 2-1. Braden Smith looking for signals down the third base side. 2 runs are in, a runner on first. There's 2 dead here in the Oiler first. It's a ball, 2 strike, 1 count. Here's the delivery, and it's grounded to the third baseman just over the bag, fair. And he drops it and lets it go. He'll beat it out. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking. The umpire saw that one as fair all the way, and it's an error on Knight. E5 will be the call, and we'll send that word down to the Pilots broadcaster, E5.
Yeah, I have no idea what Knight was thinking there. I mean, he just knocked that baseball down, but until you see a signal, Bob, your automatic reaction has to be coming up and firing to first base until you hear otherwise.
The batter now is Cole Wilson, and the first pitch to him is fouled up and over into the parking lot. Wilson batting .152 with 1 home run, 5 RBIs. When did he get that home run?
That was in Chugiak. He also robbed a home run, brought one back in the same game.
Whoa. Well, that's what you call a good game. Strike 1 the count to Wilson. The pitch is inside. And the Pilots, with 2 outs, have allowed 2 runs in, and they're in another jam once again. Ball 2, no strikes to a home run hitter with runners on first and second, 2 outs. Oilers leading now 2-0. And here's the pitch. Inside and low. And it's going to be ball 1, strike 2. Or ball 2, strike 1. What did the umpires say? It's ball 2, strike 1. Right-hander on left-hander here. And the pitch. Popped up, could be playable. The catcher going back, that's Rico, and he makes the catch, and it's a dandy as he was tight against only about 2 feet from the fence, and that will retire the side on a P2 for the Oilers. But in the inning, they come up with 2 runs on 2 hits, an error, and 2 men left. We'll go to the second inning. The score is the Oilers 2 and the Pilots 0. This is ESPN 1140 and KSLD.
Your all things trailer headquarters is White Spruce Trailer Sales. They sell them, rent them, buy them, and take them on trade. They'll fix them or sell you the parts to fix them yourself. Alaska's largest inventory of work trailers, recreational trailers, enclosed or open. A full-service shop, large parts inventory, trained technicians, and a knowledgeable sales staff. White Spruce can do it all for you.
White Spruce Trailer Sales, whitespruce.com.
Dam Construction and Roofing here on the Peninsula is your trusted roofing company. From shingle roofing and installation and repair to installation of EPDM roofing or even metal roofing installation and repair. Dam Construction and Roofing has you covered. Open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. with 24-hour emergency services available. Over 60 years of combined roofing experience. Drew is certified by Malarkey Roofing Products and can offer warranty on Malarkey Roofing Products as well. Call them today, 907-262-3996.
Well, that's a Benny Goodman standard called Don't Be That Way. And I'll tell you what, the Pilots are probably saying that to themselves. Don't be that way. They had runners on first and second with nobody out to start the game. And the Oilers, and plus they successfully sacrificed those players to second and third. And the Oilers gunned a player down at the plate and then went to work with a ground out. So the Oilers instead have come up with 2 runs on the strength of a walk, a triple, and a single, and they lead 2-0 as we go into the Pilots' second. Batters 6, 7, and 8 for the Pilots. Owen Hayes, Jack Dorn, and Jacob Coes. Coes, I think that's how it's pronounced. He's a lefty on the right-handed throwing Sasaki. Big left-handed hitter. Owen Hayes playing first base with a .143 batting average and 2 RBIs. First pitch is a curve, and that's the first one. No, he did not get the strike called. I was going to say it's the first breaking pitch. He got in for a strike, but not so, says the umpire. And it's 1-0. Pitch, swing and a miss. And it's 1-1.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because the roles are flipped right now, Bob. The fastball is usually kind of just an implement pitch for Sasaki, and the off-speed is usually his killer.
Here's the next pitch, low and inside, and it's 2-1.
He needs to do a better job locating that curveball. That's the pitch that fools hitters right now, and it's missing high and inside to lefties.
Here's the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss. He went for a high fastball, and it's 2-2. I believe the count is 2-2. The scoreboard sometimes having trouble to catch up, and the umpires sometimes are helpful. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right up the middle. And it's not going to be a play. They're going to make the throw, and it's dangerous to do that. But the catcher was backing it up. The second baseman, Leon, was way over on the shortstop side on the grass in the outfield and made what I would say an ill-considered throw. But it's a single all the way here for Owen Hayes.
Back-to-back innings for the Pilots to have the leadoff man aboard.
Their second hit, and the batter's going to be Jack Dorn, the right fielder. He must have been the hero for the Pilots in that 9th inning, gun down at the plate. Is that correct? Here's the pitch. Ground ball. First baseman missed it, and that's going to be E3. And there'll be a throw to third base, and it's fairly close, but not there in time. New, who is a pitcher, I think is a little bit handcuffed on that. We'll call that E3 and advances Hayes to third base, and the Pilots are in business.
Yeah, again, that's just sloppy baseball right there. That's unfortunate. The Oilers saw something similar last night with a ground ball underneath the glove. Maybe a bit of a tough hop for Leon last night on the ground ball to second, but this is similar to last night.
And the batter now is Jacob Coes, and the first pitch to him is called a ball. Left-handed hitter, a lot of lefties coming up against Sasaki. Coes is batting .246 with 10 RBIs. Runners on first and third, nobody out, and the Pilots. And it's a ground ball base hit into right field. It will plate a run, and that one got the base runner, Jack Dorn, jumping the splits, so he does not get hit by the batted ball, and it's 2-1. And Sasaki and Smith are going to have a huddle here at first base. A clean single by Jacob Coes, and it's 2-1. Oilers in the lead. Advancing to second is Jack Dorn.
Yeah, again, this is just uncharacteristic for Sasaki. We have seen him run into trouble in early parts of his start, though, before he settles himself back in. He's had a couple of longer first innings or second innings than maybe he would have liked. But then he really starts to settle in, finds his off-speed working better, and, well, he's got to find it right here with the runners on first and second, still nobody away, and a run already coming in to score.
Infield fly rule is in effect right now. Bo Rico, the catcher, is coming to the plate. Again, another left-hander. He shows bunt, and it's a beauty right down. It's going foul. They better touch it. That was interesting. It came to a stop on the dirt just against the foul play grass. But that was a very good bunt by Bo Rico. 226 hitter with 4 RBIs. Getting signals, probably. Look for the bunt again. Let's see if Worthgen will take the play. He's not up on the grass very tightly. Here's the pitch. He shows bunt. This one is fouled behind the plate, and it's 2-2.
Hey, Bob, you think he's going to bunt with 2 strikes?
Well, he might. You've got nobody out, and you got a chance here. And this first bunt was a good one. I don't know why Worthgen was not playing up farther. All right, it's 0-2. Let's find out if he's going to bunt. They stretch by Sasaki. He fakes, showing the bunt. He's going to bunt. The pitch is outside, and it's 1-2. So he's not afraid to do that, and I admire the 2-strike bunt very much. It's a lost art, to say the least. Ball 1, strike 2. Sasaki with a stretch. He's in a jam. A run is in. Here's the pitch. It's a bunted to the... He's going to go to third. Did he get him? He got him. The bunt came right back to Sasaki. It was very close to Worthgen at third. I thought he made the wrong decision. It was close. And that turned out well for the Oilers, Noah.
Yeah, the fielder's choice as Rico reaches first, but Sasaki, he makes a quick decision to go to third, a bang-bang play. Good job by Worthgen to stretch and beat that one.
Well, it's only the first out, so there's still runners on first and second, and the leadoff hitter, Dylan Marks, is the batter, and the pitch is fouled off to the right. That's brought to you by Everybody Rides Again. No credit, bad credit, no problem. Give them a call, 260-3053. Everybody Rides Again. Corner of K Beach and Poppy Lane. Dylan Marks, the next pitch to him is dirty, and Smith does a good job keeping the ball in front of him, and it's 1-1. Marks singled and was gunned down at the plate by Cody New in the first inning for the second out of the inning.
And something to note is Braden Smith this is his 3rd consecutive game behind the dish.
Well, that is noteworthy, indeed. Ball 1, strike 1. A righty-on-righty matchup as Sasaki goes to the stretch. Here's the pitch, and swing and a miss. No, it's a foul tip down at his feet. Actually, it's not technically a foul tip. A foul tip goes straight into the catcher's glove and is considered a swing and a miss. So Sasaki, with no strikeouts yet, you said it correctly. He's a contact pitcher. Ball 1, strike 2. Here's it comes. And it's outside, 2-2. On deck is Hefner for the Pilots. I'm going to have to count how many left-handed batters they have. This is one of the few righties right now. Pitch to Marks. Fouled off to the right, out of play.
Last night, the only 3 guys in the lineup that were not lefties were the 3 Sanders brothers. The rest, so 6 out of the 9 batters were left-handed last night for the Pilots.
Here's the stretch by Sasaki, and the pitch fouled off. Hanging tight. That one was in on the bat handle. He couldn't do much with it except foul it off. A good at-bat here for Dylan Marks. 230 hitter with 9 RBIs.
It's also interesting that we don't have any of the Sanders brothers in the lineup. There's 3 of them, Marcus, Logan, and Troy.
Sasaki with the stretch. A 2-2 count. Here it comes. And ground ball to the right side. Leon has to hurry. He fumbles it. And that will be a pitcher playing second base. It was something that he moved to his left. I think it was slow enough. He probably, if he was more experienced, would have charged that ball. But he did not have the ball squared away, and the second Oiler error, it's going to be E4 on Leon. And the bases are loaded for the Pilots. And it's going to bring up Luke Hefner, who was hit by a pitch. And the first pitch to him, swing and a miss. Left-hander got hit by a pitch in the first inning. So Sasaki in back-to-back scrapes here early in the game. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Low. And it's 1-1. On third base is Jack Dorn. At second base is Jacob Cowles. And at first base, I don't have that right. I'll have to check that one out again. Here's the next pitch. Inside. Ooh, ball 2, strike 1. On first is Dylan Marks. On second is Bo Rico. And on third is Jacob Collins. Ball 2, strike 1. Bases loaded. A run in for the Pilots. The pitch is low. And this is not looking like it's Sasaki's night right now. Ball 3, strike 1 with the bases juiced. 1 out, a run is in.
This is where Sasaki just has to find the strike zone and trust his weak contact to the infield.
Here's the 3-1. Swinging a tap to the right side. Leon, it boots this one. Can he get him at first? He does, but it scores the run. And I think Leon is probably muttering, thinking about his last error, and that might have been in his head, but it gets the game tied. It is a 4-3 putout, and the infield was not drawn in, which, again, is a bit unusual, I thought.
Well, yeah, I think the corners with a potential chance to be drawn in, the middle infielders are going to stay back in that situation because you can try and get a double play ball. But I was surprised that the corners weren't in, as there's a called strike to Luke Stolga.
Stolga sacrificed successfully with a good bunt last time up. The runner's on second and third now, and we're tied at 2. Here's the pitch. By the way, that is not an error on Leon. He fumbled the ball, but he picked it up just in time to nip him at first base. Stolga batting 164, but he's got 10 RBIs. The count is, I believe, 1-1, but I'm not sure. Here's the stretch and the pitch, and it's a ground ball. Fair ball down the third baseline. 1 run comes in, 2 comes in. And Luke Stolga has a bases-clearing double, getting the second and third base runners in. And now the Pilots have answered strongly here and lead 4-2. 2 big fat RBIs for Luke Stolga.
And again, the Oilers just, even when they take that lead back in the bottom of the first, now they're just giving it right back. It's playing a game of cat and mouse.
Barajas grounds it to new. He'll scoop this one and make a 3-under unassisted putout. And this was one big fat mess of an inning for the Oilers as the Pilots came up with 4 runs on 1, 2, 3 hits. There were 2 Oiler errors and 1 man left on base. We'll go to the Oilers second with the Pilots 4 and the Oilers 2. This is Oilers baseball on ESPN.
Dr. James Julian is happy to announce the addition of 2 new dental hygienists to his team of dental professionals. Elizabeth Huntley and Rebecca Hopkins bring years of experience and a calm, gentle touch that'll make your visit pleasant and enjoyable. Dr. Julian has been providing excellence in dental care to the Peninsula residents since 1992. Give his office a call at 907-283-4857. Your smile will thank you.
Floors Unlimited, located on K-Beach, just past KSRM Radio, is expanding their showroom. Discover the Sparta Premium Vinyl Collection in plank and tile formats. With every Sparta purchase, a portion supports Ronald McDonald House Charity. They carry vinyl to tie your home together perfectly. Need a bathroom remodel? Just Floors Unlimited. as far as Seward and Homer. Open Monday through Saturday. Call 907-420-7688. Floors Unlimited, where your dream floors come to life.
And we're going into the Oilers' second, and they're trailing 4-2. The Pilots just came up with a big inning here in the second. They have 4 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. And here's a fly ball. I think it's going to drop into shallow left center. And on the first pitch, Andrew Alva has a single. Maybe the Oilers can battle themselves right back into this one.
That's a great job right there by Andrew Alva to lead it off with a little bit of a hot start. And I'll tell you what, Bob, the 4 runs, only one, if I'm not mistaken, is actually going to go credited to against Sasaki. That's because of 2 errors, an E3 and an E4, which have faulted those runs to come in and score.
The batter is Brock Worthgen. He is playing third base today. Righty on lefty matchup. And the pitch. Strike called. Worthgen batting 145 with 3 RBIs. I think he had, let me think now, some kind of big booming double in the last homestand. Maybe it was a triple. I think it was a double. He put one in deep, just short of the wall. Here's the pitch inside, and it's 1-1. The Pilots have Knight, Hefner, Marks, and Hayes from third to first, and Coase, Stolga, and Dorn left, center, and right. A battery of Zawistowski and Rico. Oilers trailing 4-2, and that's inside and low, and it's ball 2, strike 1. A leadoff single here by Andrew Alva. Going to try and give the Oilers a chance to make up those 2 runs or more. Zawistowski had a rough first inning. Sasaki has had 2. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball. Base hit in the 5.5 hole between third and short. And just like that, the Oilers are in business. And we'll see if Cole Dawson is called to try bunting them into scoring position with Robson right behind him. Or maybe a different strategy.
I'm going to tell you, he's definitely going to lay down a bunt right here. I'm willing to put good money on it.
All right. He sticks his Noah sticks his neck out. The corners are in tight, no question about that. And the middle infielders looking for a double play ball. Cole Dawson, 244 hitter. He's not showing any bunt now, and now he does. And it's a beauty down to the pitcher. They know be a play. He beats this one out. It was perfectly laid between the pitcher, third baseman, and catcher, and the bases are juiced just like that.
Well, I'll tell you what, Bob, as my roommate Bryson Richards, who plays golf, he just qualified for the Open, the PGA Tour. I'll tell you what, he said it once, and I'll tell him to bring me my money. As I was saying, I'll put money on that bunt right there. That is textbook from Dawson.
All right, here is Colin Robson. Bases loaded, nobody out. Here's the pitch, and he fouls this one off the shallow left field. And running hard and not there in time. A great effort by Coase in left field. He was sprinting every step of the way, ran out from under his cap, and could not get there. He had lots of grass, though, and nothing to worry about regarding a fence. And new life now for Robson on that one.
Yeah, and probably Coase also wasn't expecting Robson, as he's not really an opposite field hitter. He's really a pull hitter down that right field line, so he probably wasn't expecting to go have to get a baseball over there.
All right. 3 Bears, Alaska score gives you the Pilots ahead 4-2, but the Oilers threatening here. And there's a pitch that's low and away, and it's 1-1. Pilots, the Oilers with 2 in the bottom of the first, and the Pilots with 4 in the top of the second. Bases loaded, nobody out. Colin Robson, the leading hitter on the Oilers team. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and it's a ground ball. It's a double play ball. They'll go to second for 1. They'll try the relay, and he's got him. Double play, but it does get the run across. It's ugly, but it is now what you call the proximate run as Andrew Alva comes in for the Oilers.
Yeah, again, that's a guy in Colin Robson who's been great in clutch hitting. That time he grounds into a double play. But now you have a runner in third, and you move to a new situation. If you are Zach Ferris, who needs to try and put up an RBI, he's got 19 already this season.
Here's the pitch to Ferris. It's inside for ball one. Runner on third, 2 outs. A run is in, and the Oilers now trailing 4-3. Oilers now with 3 runs on 4 hits, 2 errors. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Zach Ferris DHing today, 237, as Noah said, 19 RBIs. And the count, I believe, is 1-1. Here's the stretch as we get a sunbeam in here. And it's a ground ball. It's weak to the right side. It's going to be trouble for the pitcher covering first. Does he beat him? He does. Oh, that was a difficult play for the Pilots, and they pulled it off nicely as Hayes got Zawistowski covering first base just in time, and that retires the side on a 3-1 putout. In the inning, the Oilers 1 run on 3 hits, a double play, and 1 man left. Let's go to the third with the score. The Pilots 4, the Oilers 3. This is Oilers Baseball on KSLD.
In Kasilof and craving convenience? Look no further than TJ Secchi's. Fuel up with quality gas. Stock up on groceries from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. And
5
grab
hits.
your favorite drinks from the liquor store from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Oh, and did I mention they have fishing licenses too? Whether it's for those grocery items or relaxing evening, TJ Secchi's has you covered. And the best part? Their friendly staff always greets you with a smile. Swing by TJ Secchi's today and experience top-notch service and a one-stop shop for all your needs this summer.
Are you one of those people who don't like to wait and have a zillion things on your to-do list and no time for the DMV? No problem. AK Express is your on-the-go title, tag, and registration solution. AK Express is conveniently located on the corner of K Beach and West Poppy Lane next to Everybody Rides Again. They'll have you in and out in as fast as 10 minutes with next to no wait time. AK Express, your on-the-go title, tag, and registration solution. 907-260-9501.
Bob Burr with Noah McLean as we go to the Pilots half of the third inning. The Pilots 4 runs, 4 hits, 1 error. They have stranded 3. And the Oilers 3 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors, and 3 men left. There's the pitch by Sasaki, a ground ball to Leon at second base. He's got this one. A long throw, just makes it in time. And it's a 4-3 putout. As you wonder if the Pilots are going to be trying to get as many ground balls as they can to New, who only has 1 error, but he recovered nicely for one of those to be erased. And there's one pitch and 1 out. That was Chase Knight, who was erased, and now coming to the plate is Owen Hayes. Here's the pitch by Sasaki. It's fouled up and over. Brought to you by Everybody Rides Again, 260-3053. Bad credit, no problem. A job and a down payment gets you a new used car. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled up and over again. And it's 0-2. Sasaki needs an inning here to gain confidence. He has been roughed up. Luckily, no runs came in the first inning due to some excellent defense. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Off speed. It's a slow grounder to Dawson. It's short. He's going to have to burn it. And he throws it wild. And that'll be the third Oilers error, as it was slow, and he rushed it on the run, and backing it up nicely was Smith for the Oilers, and that is an E6. And the Pilots are in business here. 1 on, 1 out here in the third inning. Here, E6. And here comes Jack Dorn, who he was safe on an error by first baseman Cody New. First pitch to him. And it's rated as high, and it's ball 1. 3 Oiler errors now this game. And the next pitch, fastball, grounded over the first baseman, and not sure how that one's going to be rated, but New thinks he probably could have had that. We're going to call that E3. E3, and that's the second time that Jack Dorn has gotten on base with help from New. The ball hopped over his right side. And runners on first and third, and one out. Here comes Jacob Coes. Runners on first and third, one dead, and the pitch. And this one is a fly ball left field. It's going to go foul, and Wilson is unable to get there. Oilers now with 4 errors. Jacob Coes, 246 hitter with no home runs and 10 RBIs. Bats from the left-hand side. He singled and scored a run in the second inning. Here's the pitch. It's off speed. It's a line drive base hit. It's going to come right into the center fielder, Robson, on one hop. And now the Pilots lead 5-3. And an unearned run for sure, but a clean single and an RBI for Jacob Coes. He's 2 for 2. Coming in to score then is Owen Hayes, and going to second is Jack Dorn. That's going to bring up Bo Rico. He was safe on a fielder's choice. The Oilers have a big huddle going on right now as pitching coach Trey Holmes is out there. And when you consider here that Sasaki has had no defense behind him, yet he has been unable to make the crucial outs here in the last 2 innings. I thought the Oilers looked really good in that first inning when they gunned a player down at the plate and came out of that one with no runs. But right now the Pilots are capitalizing on Oiler errors. Here is Bo Rico, left-hander, and he was safe on a fielder's choice. There's a ball that gets away. That's a passed ball on Smith. Man, wheels coming off of the Oilers' defense right now.
Yeah, nothing going right for the Oilers right now. And again, this is just Sasaki's got to be shaking his head because his team is, already allowed 4 different errors today. And not only that, but now balls escaping that are just allowing free bases.
Bo Rico goes back to work here. And the count is ball 1. Runners on second and third, just 1 out. A run is in. There's a pitch, and it's a ground ball right side. Knocked down. Leon will make it in time. He does not. But I'm going to count that one as a hit because he had a long run and he knocked the ball down. But it's 6-3 now for the Pilots. What do you think? I'm going to get a press box poll here. Hit or error?
Yeah, I'd give that a hit.
Counted a hit. But with all these left-handers, they are exploiting the right side of the Oiler infield with Leon and New, who are not infielders by trade. 6-3 is the score. Do I have that right? I believe so. Coming in on that play was Jack Dorn, and moving to third was Coes. See if I got this one right.
That's correct.
Okay. Runners on first and third, and the batter is Hefner. The pitch to him is low for ball 1.
I think it's Dylan Marks.
Thank you, Dylan Marks. That's correct. On third base is Coes. Runners on first and third. There is only 1 out. We got the first guy out, 4-3. Then an error, a hit.
Watch for a bunt here.
There's the pitch. It's slowing away. A nice stop there by Smith, but it's 2-0.
Well, the reason I say that is because on the check over to first base, there was an odd show of a bunt there for a brief moment from Dylan Marks. I'm not sure if it was just to deceive this Oilers defense.
Here's the pitch. Fouled. Right back to the screen, and it's 2-1. Three Bears Alaska scoreboard gives you a 6-3 lead for the Glacier Pilots right now. And Sasaki checks their runner at first. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Kind of a half-hearted swing. I think he was trying to punch to the right-hand side. Leon plays very close to the bag at second base. Here's the pitch. Strike. No, he checks with the first base umpire. He says he did not go, and it's a full count. Ball 3, strike 2 to Dylan Marks. He's singled and been safe on an error. Here's the full count pitch. Ground ball, left side, comes to Dylan at short. It gets it to Leon for a force out, but a run comes across. The Oilers get an out on a fielder's choice, and coming in to score is Jacob Coase. Rico is erased at second base on a 6-4 putout. Again, it was a slow roller, and that's been eating up the Oilers.
Yeah, that one just took a hop kind of into that 5.5 hole. Dawson ranged over. Did a nice job getting the lead runner. That one missed upstairs. But again, this is just stuff that's going to come back to hurt the Oilers. The errors have been the downfall when Oilers lose games. And these games are so important for the Oilers if they want a chance to host.
Here's Luke Hefner. And the pitch to him is outside, and it's ball 2. Hefner has been hit by a pitch and grounded out to second base. 3 runs in here in the third inning for the Pilots. Here's the pitch. It's inside. And it's ball 2, no strikes. Righty on lefty matchup here. Hefner playing shortstop for the Pilots. Here's the pitch. That's low, and it's ball 4. The scoreboard off a little bit, and a base on balls puts Dylan Marks to second base. And another runner in first, scoring position for the Pilots. And Luke Stulga coming to the plate. He sacrificed, bunted, and doubled, and had 2 big fat RBIs in that second inning.
And the interesting thing about this is 2 out of the 7 runs are earned, and that's only the first walk that Sasaki is allowed.
Curveball, swing and a miss. And it's 0-1. At the plate, Luke Stulga, 164 with 10 RBIs. That's why he's batting third. Here's the stretch and the pitch, curveball, and that one got the strike zone, and it's 0-2. That's the first 0-2 count I think I have seen for Sasaki this game.
Yeah, and that curveball looked better on the last one there. He hasn't been locating it well today.
Here's the pitch, ground ball. It's a fair ball rolling right to the third baseman, a cue ball shot to the first baseman, a cue ball shot, and New makes the unassisted putout. But again, another ugly inning for the Pilots. They got 3 runs on the strength of 1-2 hits. There were 2 Oiler errors, and there were 2 men left on base. Let's go back to work in the third with the Pilots leading the Oilers 7-3. This is Oilers Baseball on ESPN.
Hot Rocks Asphalt Paving, a proud sponsor of the Peninsula Oilers baseball broadcast. As a local small-town Peninsula business, Hot Rocks Asphalt Paving understands that it's all in the details. Quality work, quality service, at a fair competitive price. And that's what you'll get from Hot Rocks Asphalt Paving. Call Todd now to get your free paving estimate. 907-420-4729. That's Hot Rocks Asphalt Paving.
You got the scores reversed.
907-420-4729. Hot Rocks Asphalt Paving does patchwork, ceiling, driveways, parking pads, and parking lot paving, and more. Call today. 907-420-4729. Hot Rocks Asphalt Paving.
Floors Unlimited, located on K-Beach, just past KSRM Radio, is expanding their showroom. Discover the Sparta Premium Vinyl Collection in plank and tile formats. With every Sparta purchase, a portion supports Ronald McDonald House Charities. They carry carpet and vinyl to tie your home together perfectly. Need a bathroom remodel? They do gorgeous ones. Floors Unlimited serves as far as Seward and Homer. Open Monday through Saturday. Call 907-420-7688. Floors Unlimited, where your dream floors come to life.
Bob Bird and Noah McLean as we go to the Oilers third. The Pilots 7 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. And the Oilers 3 runs, 5 hits, 4 errors. And the batter for the Oilers leading off, fouling it off to the right, is Eddie Leon, who tripled and had an RBI in the first inning. 216 hitter now with 1 home run and 6 RBIs. Playing second base today, as we have noted, it's not his position. Both New and Leon, the right side of the Oilers infield, they have not committed all the errors because for the Oilers, Cole Dawson has one of the errors. 0-2 the count to Leon. That pitch is high, and it's 1-2. Sunshine gushing in here right now, making it difficult with the glare for us. Ball 1, strike 2 to Eddie Leon. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He went for a 9er. No, 9-iron shot. He got a piece of it. And it remains at 1-2. Zawistowski probably came in with a late-breaking curveball. Ball 1, strike 2. Here's the stretch by Zawistowski and the pitch. And it's a high fly ball to left field. Should be routine as Coes comes in and makes the putout. F7 and 1 out here for the Oilers in the third. Cody New coming to the plate. He singled and had an RBI in that first inning where the Oilers scored 2 runs and enjoyed a short-lived 2-0 lead. Cody New, 333 with 10 RBIs now. And the pitch to him, lefty-on-lefty matchup. That bounces in. And a nice job there by Rico. Nobody on base. Knight, Hefner, Marks, and Hayes, the infield third to first for the Pilots. And Coes, Stulga, and Dorn, the outfield left, center, and right. Zawitowski's pitch. Here's a line drive. Going to drop in. A great catch by the center fielder, Stulga. Wow, a backhand dive going to left field. That one was earmarked for extra bases and the play of the game right there.
Well, if you could see me right now, I just took off my cap and waved it out there for the center fielder, Luke Stolga. I don't care if you're a fan of the Oilers. You got to give credit where credit is due. That was a phenomenal play out there to take away an extra base hit from Cody New.
He was being backed up by Coes in left field, I believe, so I don't think he would have gotten more than 2 bags on that one, but you never know. If he wasn't being backed up, that could have been an inside the Parker because it was in moderate depth, and it would have been a long roll to the wall. The batter for the Oilers is Braden Smith. He was safe on an error. Pitch to him is strike 2 on the outside corner. It's a defensive gem like that by Stulga, Luke Stulga, that would really boost the Pilots for their defense this game. Here's the pitch. It bounces in, and it's 1-2. 2 outs, nobody on for the Oilers here in the third. They trail 7-3. That score brought to you by the Three Bears. Three Bears Alaska Supermarket is a foul ball off to the right. Brought to you by Everybody Rides Again at 260-30-53. Ball 1, strike 2 to Braden Smith. 200 hitter, 3 RBIs. That's from the right-hand side. Here's the stretch by Zawistowski and the pitch inside. And the count goes to 2-2. Luke Stulga, he was sprinting all the way, took a belly flop dive, took it on his backhand.
Doesn't get much better.
Ball 2, strike 2. Here's the pitch. Ooh, just missed, and it's for full count. Braden Smith would like to see what can happen here with a 2-out rally. Cole Wilson's on deck. Here's the full count pitch. Fly ball right side. It's going to go to the wall in the right center. And watch out, there's a good throw coming in, but a double here by Braden Smith on a full count pitch. Gives the Oilers new life. Into the glare it went, and it went to right center field. And we have a 2-out double here by Braden Smith.
Yeah, well, Braden Smith said, okay, Luke Stolga, I see you. How about you try your hand at getting to this ball? He put that one out into right center. And again, Stolga was out there near it, but could not get there in time. And a good 2-out piece of hitting right there by Smith.
Cole Wilson got a chance here to bring the Oilers in with a run. He swings hard at this one. It's low and inside, and it's strike one. Wilson popped to the catcher in the first inning. 1 home run, 5 RBIs. The stretch and the pitch. Swing and a miss again. I think he wants a 2-run homer here. And it's 0-2. Those were uppercut swings. Cole Wilson playing left field for the Oilers, one of the tallest guys on the team, no question about that. Here's the stretch and the look at second base, the 0-2 pitch. And it's fouled down the third base side. We'll reload.
He probably is the second tallest guy on the team, I think only behind Nikolai Arbach, who stands at about 6'8".
0-2 the count. The sun really washing the beer garden right now. There's the stretch. 2 looks at second. It's high, and it's 1-2. A 2-out double by Braden Smith. Oilers would like to get this 4-run deficit cut to 3. They're trailing 7-3 right now. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And a ground ball fouled on the third base side. Hanging tough is Cole Wilson. Playing left field today for the Oilers. There haven't been any strikeouts this game on either side, but the strikeout sponsor is Northern Superior Drilling. We'll give him a tip of the hat here. Here's the stretch and the 1-2 pitch. That's inside, it hit him. And Smith will have to go back to second base. And that's hit by a pitch. Runners on first and second now. The strikeout sponsor comes to you from Northern Superior Drilling. Over 20 years in the construction and drilling industry. Give them a call at 953-0829. 953-0829. Andrew Alva coming to the plate. He led off the second inning and scored a run. Again, a lanky right-hander facing the left-handed throwing Zawitowski. Here's a fly ball, left center. This one is going to go down in right center. It's going to score 1 run. It's going to score 2. And coming in all the way from first base is Cole Wilson, and a sky ball shot to right center. And the heroics of Stelga earlier in the inning, this was beyond human capability, and a big fat double here by Andrew Alva and 2 RBIs, and it's 7-5.
And once again, this is just an awesome job by the Oilers to stay resilient. The first 2, a fly out, a line out, and then Smith with the double. Wilson hangs in there. He wears it on the inner part of the leg there, and Andrew Alva just drives in 2 runs to tighten this game up.
Worthgun has a single to his credit. The first pitch to him is strike called at the knees, 0-1. Well, Alva 2 for 2 now and 2 RBIs. We're going to have a rock'em sock'em game. Let's go for it, guys. 7-5 is the score. The Oilers now with, I believe, 7 hits. Is the pitch to Worthgun, and that's a strike 2. 0-2 the count. We'll count up the hits at the end of this inning. Not sure about the scoreboard. But Oilers got 2 in the first, 1 in the second, now 2 in the third. And the Pilots 4 in the second and 3 in the third. Here's the pitch. to Worthgun. Here's a ground ball to the shortstop. It's slow. He's going to make the throw across. It's there, and it's a 6-3 putout. But a 2-out rally for the Oilers makes a statement here. As after 2 outs, the Oilers got a double, a hit by a pitch, and a double. In the inning, 2 runs on 2 hits. There were no Pilot errors, and there was 1 man left on base. At the end of 3 complete, it's the Pilots 7, the Oilers 5. This is Oilers Baseball on ESPN.
Are you one of those people who don't like to wait and have a zillion things on your to-do list and no time
Let's
for
count
the
their hits.
DMV? No problem. AK Express is your on-the-go title, tag, and registration solution. AK Express is conveniently located on the corner of K Beach and West Poppy Lane next to Everybody Rides Again. They'll have you in and out in as fast as 10 minutes with next to no wait time. AK Express, your on-the-go title, tag, and registration solution. 907-260-9501. Get ready to elevate your pit stop experience at Vaughn Shell Mini Mart, situated right on K Beach. This locally owned and operated gas station is your ticket to convenience. Open 7 days a week for your every need. While you're there, tantalize your taste buds with the Vaughn Shell Mini Mart
Got a new
Deli.
pitcher.
Offer delectable food
Lefty.
from renowned Paradiso's restaurant. And for those seeking a little extra kick, don't miss out on their convenient liquor store stocked with all your favorite adult beverages. Vaughn Shell Mini Mart, where every visit is an adventure in flavor and convenience.
Number 2. And the Oilers have a call to the bullpen here, brought to you by Central Peninsula Hospital. They believe in providing better access to local primary care and specialty services. It's central to their mission. Visit them at cpgh.org. So a messy line for Max Sasaki. We'll total that up later. And coming to the plate right now is Rodrigo Barajas. He's 0 for 2 with a fielder's choice and a ground out to third. Who's our new pitcher here, Noah?
Seth Wrightstone.
Wrightstone. Big left-hander. And a lefty-on-lefty matchup. And here's a swing and a foul ball. I believe that was a foul ball. He seemed to dance a little bit. That one was brought to you by Everybody Rides Again at 260-3053. The batter is Barajas, and he'll take strike 2. There hasn't been a strikeout yet this game by either team. But an 0-2 count here for Wrightstone, and that one is low, and it's ball 1, strike 2.
Sasaki, 3 innings pitched, 6 hits, 7 runs, only 2 earned, 1 walk, and no strikeouts.
Here's a ground ball right up the middle. It's going to go slowly into center field. There have been a lot of slow grounders to the infield and to the outfield. And that's going to be a hit all the way, of course, for Rodrigo Barajas to start the 4th for the Pilots. And we'll see what Wrightstone can do with this leadoff hitter on first base. Pilots 7 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, 5 left. Oilers 5 runs, 7 hits, 4 errors, 4 men left. And the batter is Chase Knight. The first pitch to him is fouled up and over to the left. Chase Knight grounded to second twice. 206 hitter with no home runs and 2 RBIs. Lefty on lefty matchup, and here's the pitch in tight. Ooh, it might have scraped him, but it did not touch him. And it's 1-1. Seth Wrightstone, the pitcher for the Oilers, in relief of Max Sasaki. Here's the pitch. Curveball slapped into left field. Nice piece of hitting. And it comes to Wilson in left field. And 2 on and nobody out. Back-to-back hits. Now 8 hits for the Pilots. This is not a pitcher's duel today. Neither is it a defensive gem. Wow.
Whole lot of offense, not a lot of defense.
Owen Hayes is 1 for 2. He single scored a run, safe on an error, and scored a run. Shows bunt, and it's a fouled one off to the left over the fence. Not the best bunt. He had it on the bat handle. And let's see if Worthgen is not coming in on the grass, and he's gesturing like, where do you want me to go? As Wrightstone steps off the rubber, and Smith wants to talk things over. I'm kind of surprised Worthgen is not at least 6 or 8 feet inside the grass. And I think he's getting some directions from the middle infielders.
I think the reason is that they're expecting a bunt back towards the pitcher. They're hoping that it goes close enough to Seth Wrightstone that he can throw to third and get the lead runner.
Well, they've done it once before today. Here's the pitch, shows bunt, and it comes foul. Boy, that thing was spinning like a top, landed fair, and spun into foul territory on the third base side. I believe the count is 0-2. And we'll see if we get a 2-strike bunt. We did before, and of course it did not succeed. I mean, the bunt was laid down, but they got the lead runner at third. A jam, here's the pitch. It's popped up, and it comes to the pitcher. He has trouble holding it. He chokes. He could have had him at third. He tried to get that pop-up on the fly. He had to let it drop. He had lots of time to go to third. My guess is he was being told to throw to first, and by that time he had no play. That was a confusing play all the way, and it goes as a hit.
That's going to be an error, I think, in my opinion. He bobbled it. He had all of the time to pick that baseball up and throw.
Well, we'll count it an error then. I agree with you, but here's the pitch. He did not touch that ball.
Yeah, he did. He picked it up. Yeah, he picked it up and dropped it.
All right, he still had plenty of time to go to third base. I think he took his eye off it, looking for the runner at third. As the base is loaded, nobody out, and a nifty play there by Leon. They get the double play. The run scores, and for Leon's 2 errors, that one was nifty. It came in tight and a short hop, and he made a 4-6-3 double play out of it. But Barajas scores, and it's 8-5. 4-6-3 double play, and Jack Dorn doubles up with a runner now at third base and 2 outs, and the batter Jacob Cows.
This is a crucial out here because now, again, you're losing that momentum. That one is fouled away. You're losing that momentum that you get right back in the third. And again, there's only been 1/2 an inning. That was the top of the first, where the Pilots did not score. And the Oilers have tried to battle back.
Here's the pitch, and it's a swing and a miss. Pilots now with 8 runs. The batter is Jacob Coes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And that is the first strikeout by any team on this game. Brought to you by the strikeout sponsor, Northern Superior Drilling. They don't strike out. They'll hit water. 953-0829. 953-0829. For the Pilots, they got a run on 1-2 hits. There was one Oiler error, and there was 1 man left. We'll go now to the Oiler 4th, and it's the score 8-5 in favor of the Pilots. This is ESPN 1140.
For over 50 years, Kenai has known where to get the best pizza. Pizza Paradiso's. When it's time for delivery, it's time to call 907-283-2222. Paradiso's crafts authentic hand-tossed pizza with the perfect crust, made to perfection every time. Everyone on the peninsula knows for the best pizza, it's Paradiso's. Don't dial 907-283-2222 and taste the tradition. Pizza Paradiso's, where every slice is a masterpiece. Summer is here, and so are the deals at Lower Peninsula Power Sports. It's our biggest Yamaha sale of the season. Save big on everything in stock. Yamaha Wave Runner, side-by-side, ATVs, motorcycles, and outboard motors. Whether you're hitting the trails, the waves, or the track, they've got the perfect ride for you. Hurry in for unbeatable summer savings at Lower Peninsula Power Sports. 61-284 East End Road in Homer, or give them a call 907-235-6341. Don't miss out. Your summer adventure starts
Check
here.
your hits. Well, we are watching the messiest ball game that I've seen this year, and for the Pilots, 8 runs, either 8 or 9 hits. They've only got 1 error. They have stranded 6. The Oilers, 5 runs, 7 hits, a whopping 5 errors, and they have left 4 men on base. They're bringing up batters 1, 2, and 3. As Cole Dawson will start off with a ground ball deep in the hole. It's short. He's going to make a forlorn throw. It's on the money, but way too late. An ill-considered throw. Well, that's just my opinion. And it's an infield hit on the first pitch by Cole Dawson. Casey Roll in our booth, and you know, Casey, you're not going to put you on the air here, but we've had a couple of questions about some hits and errors, and maybe differing from what you saw. But we've got the Oilers down for 5 errors. But they're going to battle back right now as Colin Robson takes low and away for ball 1. He walked, scored a run in the first, grounded into a double play in the second. 8-5. It's the Pilots ahead here. Pitches outside. No, he's going to give him a strike on that one, and it's 1-1. Again, the umpire's slow on his calls, which is okay. Ball 1, strike 1. Here's the stretch and the pitch. And it's a line drive base hit to center field. Stulga's playing very shallow, and we go station to station here right away. And the Oilers now picking up 2 more hits. Wow. And the runner's on first and second, and nobody out. Zach Ferris coming to the plate.
Well, you would think it was batting practice right now between the Oilers and the Pilots. Nobody wants to play defense. I mean, I might as well be out there in the field with the way that these two teams are fielding. And let me tell you, me in the field is not a very pretty sight.
Here is, well, if you take about 50 years off me, I'd look pretty good. Ferris tries to bunt, and he fouls it, and it's strike 1. Take me off, not 50, how about 55 years? And then I think I could handle myself pretty good. Zach Ferris, the DH, he's 0 for 2, batting .237, but with 19 RBIs, he's due to get in on this scoring parade. The Oilers trail 8-5. Here's the stretch by Zawistowski, and the pitch is way outside, gets away. They're going to try to advance him to third, and they throw it in the left field, but he's going to stay tight because Carlos is right there. I think that goes as, what do you think, a wild pitch?
Yeah, I'd say that's a wild pitch, yes.
Bounced in with a wild pitch, and now second and third without the benefit of a sacrifice bunt. There's nobody out. And the table is set here for Zach Ferris. A single here could give us the proximate run, which means that you're 1 behind. Here's the pitch way outside, and I believe it's 2-1. Lefty on lefty matchup for Zach Ferris, the DH today. Mac Zawistowski's been in a scrape every inning himself. Here's the pitch, low and away. And it's 3-1, the umpire says. Ball 3, strike 1. Boy, hitters count. Let's go to work here. Let's go, Zach. Here's the stretch and the 3-1 pitch. Curveball hit him. Yow. No, looked like it hit him, and but the runner from third base decided to just in case it was a mistake, like it could have hit the catcher's glove or something. And he'll go back to third base now. The bases are juiced for Eddie Leon. And he was the man who was a victim of highway robbery the last time up. And there's a huddle on the hill for the Glacier Pilots right now. And this may or may not be a call to the bullpen. There's a right-hander grinding away for the Pilots right now, but I think he just got up. So this huddle on the hill brought to you by Central Peninsula Hospital. They believe in better access to local primary care and specialty services. It's central to their mission. Visit them at cpgh.org. Umpire says make a decision. Here we go. Yes, base is loaded. Nobody out. The tying run on base for the Oilers. Eddie Leon, he tripled, got an RBI, and was robbed of a double or more. his last time up on an outstanding play by Luke Stulga. Lefty on righty matchup. Let's see what happens here. Here's the pitch, and he swings and fouls it off to the right out of play.
Yeah, it's Colton Hayes that's warming up down there, the lefty from Wasilla, Alaska, getting loose in the bullpen.
The stretch by Zawistowski. And the pitch. Ground ball left side. Could be a double play ball. It's going to get in a run. And they throw it away up against the fence. There's nobody backing it up. 2 runs are going to come in. And it's 8-7. The catcher was not backing that one up. And to the second pilot error is costing them 2 runs here. And let's see now. He's going to get to second base. So E4 is how we'll count this. As Cole Dawson scores, Robson scores. They get the runner at second base. That was a 6-4 putout at second base. And an E4 gets him to second base, gets Eddie Leon to second base. And he'll get 2 RBIs out of that. And the batter is Cody New. He's got a single and an RBI. Here's a pop-up foul out of play. What a mess this game is. The Oilers now 7 runs, I think maybe 9 hits, 5 errors. And the Pilots 8 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors. But that's how baseball games. Oftentimes, what a great defensive gem this has been, and great pitching and so forth. Not this game. The batter is Cody New. Bats from a deep crouch against the left-handed throwing Zawistowski. New, 1 for 2. With 10 RBIs now and batting .333. Cody New with a chance to tie up this game. There's 1 out. And here's the pitch. Ground ball right side. The Marks has it, and he makes a 4-3 putout and advancing to third base now with 2 outs is Eddie Leon. So a 4-3 putout, 2 dead, and Braden Smith, who hit a booming double with 2 outs in the last inning, is coming to the plate. Just a little old hit here. Righty on lefty matchup. Eddie Leon at third is the pitch to Smith. It's outside for ball 1.
Yeah, again, you don't need to swing for the fences here. Just find a gap if you can for the Oilers hitter, Braden Smith, right now. Anything that gets down is a run scored.
Here's the pitch to Smith. Swing, and he fouls it off. Brought to you by Everybody Rides Again, 260-3053. Ball 1, strike 1. Zawistowski from the stretch, inside, and a good stop there by Rico. And that saved a run for sure. And the count goes to ball 2, strike 1. Ball 2, strike 1. Zawistowski, as messy a line as the Oilers have matched him with. Here's a pitch, ground ball left side. The third baseman gobbles it up, makes the throw. It's on the money, and that will stall the Oilers out here in the bottom of the 4th on a 5-3 putout in the inning. Let's count them up. There were 2 runs on 2 hits, a hit batter, an error, and 1 man left on base. We will now go to the 5th inning, and you've got a job to do, Noah. Keep them off the board and get ourselves back into the lead. The score after 4 complete is the Pilots 8 and the Oilers 7. This is Oilers baseball on ESPN.
Floors Unlimited, located on K-Beach, just past KSRM Radio, is expanding their showroom. Discover the Sparta Premium Vinyl Collection in plank and tile format. With every Sparta purchase, a portion supports Ronald McDonald House Charities. They carry carpet and vinyl to tie your home together perfectly. Need a bathroom remodel? They do gorgeous one. Floors Unlimited serves as far as Seward and Homer. Open Monday through Saturday. Call 907-420. 88. Floors Unlimited. Green floors come to life.
You just didn't count it in the second.
Do you need to get a water well drilled? Call Northern Superior Drilling now at 907-953-0829. Northern Superior Drilling has the knowledge and resources to over 50 years of wells constructed on the Kenai Peninsula. And they do the research to provide you a worry-free quote. Call now as they are booking fast. And if you're having an issue with your well or pump, Northern Superior Drilling can get you pumping again. 24-hour emergency service available if needed. Just call 907-953-0829. Northern Superior Drilling, water well drilling and pump service.
Welcome back to ESPN Radio. Noel McLean with you with Bob Bird as we head into the top of the fifth inning. And boy, do we have an offensive nightmare. And, the offense is rolling, but the defense has been non-existent on both sides of the baseball diamond tonight for the Pilots and Oilers, who are in an 8-7 contest. And, yes, we are only into the fifth inning as we are in an hour and a half already into this contest. As the Oilers will now, they'll see if Seth Wrightstone can turn it around here. A bit of conversation between the first base umpire and the Pilots head coach as they wait for Cody New, the first baseman, to head back out there. I think he might have forgot his glove on the way out of the dugout. Something tells me you're going to need that, Cody. It'll be 9-1-2 here in the top of the fifth. The first pitch to Rico is low for ball one. Wrightstone came in the fourth inning. He already allowed 2 hits and a run to score as that one bounces away. And quickly 2 balls and no strikes. And the pitch. Fouled off of the catcher's glove of Braden Smith. It's 2-1. Our foul balls are brought to you by Everybody Rides Again. If you're looking for a used vehicle, no credit or bad credit, it's no problem. Your job and a small down payment is all you need. So give them a call today at 907-260-3053. 2-1 delivery, misses outside. It'll even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Pilots today have, that one is throw to first on a fair ball call down the third base line, and he's going to reach on an infield single. So it's going to be an infield single for Bo Rico on a bit of wildness there on a ball down the third base line. The Pilots' leadoff hitter has reached now in 4 of 5 innings. The only time they did not get the leadoff man aboard was when Chase Knight grounded out to the second baseman. This one is popped up into right field. That'll go foul and out of play. So a strike here to Dylan Marks as the lineup turns back over to the top. 0-1 the count to the right-handed hitting Marks, one of very few right-handed hitters in this lineup today. Home plate umpire dusting off home plate as things got a little bit cloudy underneath. No balls and a strike as off of first is Rico. Wrightstone kicks and fires. This one a little blooper down into left field for a base hit. And it's back-to-back singles again for the Pilots. To second goes Rico. And, Wrightstone allowed 2 hits to start off his work in the fourth. Only 1 run would eventually come in to score. But, you don't want to take your chances in doing so again, as here's Luke Hefner. He was hit by a pitch in the first. He grounded out to second in the second. And in the third, he grounded out to the first baseman. First pitch to him misses inside. 1 ball and no strikes. Runners on first and second here for the Pilots. We're in the top of the fifth. Upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. On the Three Bears Alaska scoreboard, it's the Pilots 8 and the Oilers 7. This is not a pitcher's duel today. It is the opposite. 2-0 delivery. Curveball drops in there for a called strike. Boy, that was pretty. A high-arcing curveball that dropped over the outer part of the plate there. And Hefner just sat there and could have taken a picture on the way in. 3-1. Ripped over. That's going to be a base hit, and that is going to load the bases as Hefner on a 2-1 pitch singles into right field. So the bases are juiced with nobody away. At third is Rico. At second is Marks, and now Hefner at first after that single. And this is not the start that Wrightstone was hoping for. This is a Pilots team, by the way, who is really struggling to hit the baseball, but right now they look like they're having their way. This one is ripped into left field, fading towards the foul ball. That's going to stay fair. 2 runs are going to score, and it's going to be now 10-7. Stopping at second base is Hefner, and it is a 2 RBI single for Luke Stulga. Getting to it quickly there was Wilson, but he had no chance at making any kind of play. So scoring on that is Rico and Marks. And it'll be runners on first and second. Still nobody out for Rodrigo Barajas. Swings and pops it up. Right to the shortstop. Dawson calls everybody off, makes the catch, and there is out number 1. Perhaps a sigh of relief for the Oilers to see an out there. But again, the Oilers are just shooting themselves in the foot here. There is nothing that can't be prevented. I understand you'll get base hits here and there. Everybody does it. It's baseball. That's the way the game goes. But the errors are what has the Pilots even in remote contention to be in this contest. Nonetheless, now leading by 3 runs. First pitch misses low to Chase Knight. This one is popped up right on the third base side. Worthgen right there and makes the catch. So 2 pop-outs here for Wrightstone. And a good job to get back-to-back outs for the Oilers. But again, when you have a team that comes in like the Pilots and you have multiple guys hitting under the Mendoza line, including 3 guys hitting under 200. Well, that's not exactly a team that you would expect to have this kind of a day, as this one is ripped fair down the first base line. That's going to score 1 run, and they're going to stop the second runner at third. Scoring from second base there is Hefner. Stopping at third is Stulga. And it's a RBI single with 2 dead for Owen Hayes as the hits pour on here. That is now 13 hits in the ball game for the Pilots. Yes, 13 hits for the Pilots already. So it'll be runners on the corners and 2 away for Jack Dorn. He reached on an error in the second. He reached on an error and scored in the third and grounded into a double play in the fourth. First pitch to him is hit straight out to center field. Robson is there, makes the catch, and the inning is over. But again, the Pilots score another bunch of runs. They played 3 runs in the 5th. That was on a total of 5 hits and no errors. We'll send things into the bottom of the 5th. It's the Pilots 11, the Oilers 7. You're listening to Oilers Baseball on ESPN Radio.
Celebrate summer in Alaska with local favorite Country Liquor at Kenai, home of the coldest beer in town. They offer over 50 scotches, the biggest selection of American bourbon, craft beers from across the country, and the best wines from all over the world. Need something special? Keg and special orders are welcome. Just ask. Visit them on Willow Street, right next to IGA Foods. Remember, it's Country Liquor time. Don't miss out on the best drink and coolest vibe this summer at Country Liquor.
Sweeney's Clothing in Sildana has all Carhartt apparel 20% off, excluding flame resistant. Also, all Carhartt footwear, shoes, and boots, men, women, and children, all 50% off. Get your Helly Hansen apparel, all 20% off. Malaysian rain gear, 30% off. And all socks, 20% off. Be sure to stop into Sweeney's and check out the warehouse.
Flew out
where
to
Wrigley
center.
jeans were marked in 1995 are now just $10. New stuff coming in all the time, including everything you need for this fall. Sweeney's Clothing in Sildana, the working man and women's store.
Welcome back to Oilers Baseball here on ESPN Radio. Noah McLean and Bob Bird with you. Let's take a look at the score charts right now as the Oilers trail 11-7. The Pilots have 11 runs on 13 hits with 2 errors. The Oilers 7 runs on 9 hits. And yes, you are hearing me right, 5 errors through only 5 innings of play.
The Pilots were retired in the first inning after the Oilers got out of a scrape. But ever since then, 4 in the second, 3 in the third, 1 in the fourth, 3 in the fifth. Oilers 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth. Wow.
It has been runs in every half inning except for that top of the first where the Oilers got out of a tight, ugly jam. And, well, there was no saving grace for them after that. Cole Wilson, Andrew Alva, and Brock Worthgen will be the 3 guaranteed. All the rest will have to wait and see. First pitch was low and outside to Wilson. Today he's popped out to the catcher and he was hit by a pitch. That one misses low and outside again. 2 balls and no strikes.
I could go out for a hot dog.
There's a new pitcher on the hill. It's Colton Hayes. My apologies. That one bounces in the dirt. 3 balls and no strikes. Local kid in some sense. He's from Wasilla, Alaska. Coming in to pitch here. So the night is done for Zawistowski. We'll get you some of his numbers in just a few moments.
And he's got a lot of numbers.
3-0 pitch coming. Outside. And it's a 4-pitch walk. As well, if my scoreboard is correct here, that is only the second walk in all of this mess, which is unbelievable when you think about 11 runs coming across and only 2 batters have been walked.
And there's only been 1 strikeout.
That one misses outside to Andrew Alva, who is a 2-for-2 day today. He singled and scored in the second, and he had a 2 RBI double in the third. That one misses inside to him. 2 balls and no strikes. That is now 6 consecutive balls and no strikes for Colton Hayes, who takes over for Zawistowski as Rico goes out to have a conversation with Hayes. And the batter, Andrew Alva, will jog down the third baseline to have a conversation with Dave Dawson. And if I'm Dave Dawson, I'm just telling him, keep the bat on the shoulder until you see a strike. Anything else, once you see a strike, then we'll work on something. But until then, make him earn it.
Or it could be a hit and run. But when you're down 4 runs, that's not the time for it.
Here's the 2-0. Low and inside, and it's 3-0. And again, that's exactly what he did. He didn't even get into a necessarily athletic stance to hit that baseball. He kind of just stood there and watched it. 3-0 pitch. Called strike on the outside edge. So that is, well, 7 balls before we saw a strike. Andrew Alva, a 3-1 count here.
Well, with 2 for 2, let him swing. There it is outside, though. Wow.
3-1 misses outside, and it's back-to-back walks to put runners on first and second here. As Wilson is down to second, Alva goes to first. And that brings up Brock Worthgen, who singled and made it to third but was stranded there in the second and then grounded out to the shortstop in the third.
Would you have Worthgen bunt here? They're expecting it. Knight's pulling up on the grass for the Pilots.
I would not have him bunt. He's not a good bunter. First pitch comes in for a called strike on the inner part of the plate. He's already got a single today, and if I'm the Oilers, I think you just let him try and get a hit here. He's better off swinging the bat. I know the average doesn't necessarily speak for it with $1.45. Called strike on the outside edge. Well, he's got to swing the bat at something if he's not going to bunt, which now with 2 strikes, this is not the guy you're going to see bunt with 2 strikes. So he's got to swing at anything close here. 0-2. This one chopped over towards the shortstop. On to second for 1. Throw to first. Plenty of time. A slow Worthkin up the first base line. And it's a double play to essentially just wipe the bases, except for Cole Wilson, who goes to third. And with 2 dead, that will bring up Cole Dawson. So it was a 6-4-3 double play for Worthkin. Alva was retired, as was Worthkin. Wilson is on third base, and Cole Dawson, who has a 2-for-3 day with 2 singles and a ground out, watches ball 1 outside.
Oilers have not had a blank inning yet, but 2 outs now.
1-0 pitch. Bunt shown, pulls it back. It was high and inside. 2 balls and no strikes to him. Bit of chin music there.
Well, Knight with 2 outs is expecting a bunt. He's up on the grass for the Pilots.
Here's the 2-0. Low and inside, 3-0. Sun's starting to, hide behind some cloud coverage here. We can't even say going down. The sun never goes down during the time of baseball play, or at least not any baseball game that I've been a part of here. As that one misses outside, and it's a 4-pitch walk.
3rd walk of the inning, and yet Hayes could get out of this inning without any damage.
He'll have to face Colin Robson, who has one of the best averages in the league. He leads the league in home runs. He leads it in RBIs. He's second in the league in stolen bases. And, need I keep going? Takes it low for ball 1 as Dawson darts down to second base. He's in there with his stolen base. Catcher's indifference there, does not throw down to second. So Dawson is credited with that swiped bag, and now runners on second and third. Swing and a miss on a outside cut there from Dawson, and the count moves to a ball and a strike with 2 away and 2 aboard. Robson has walked, grounded out, and singled and scored twice today. 1-1 pitch. Chopped hard down the first base line, but foul by a couple of inches. That was just right of the bag down the first base line. The first base umpire was right there to see it.
Good call. It was close. And as you have pointed out, Robson is a pull hitter.
Oh, boy, would they love for him to put one out there into right field right now. 1-2 pitch, bounces in the dirt, blocked by Rico. Boy, Bo Rico has saved so many runs today because he has just been a brick wall behind the dish, and I think he's just getting a little frustrated right now. He's giving his pitcher a moment, also kind of jarring that neck.
Yeah, I think he is looks like he's been beat up by a ball-peen hammer right now.
So quick conversation, probably just allowing Bo Rico to take a moment for himself. Seems to be A-okay, which is good. Deuces are wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 away. Runners lead off of second and third. Here's the pitch. This one is hit into right, going towards the foul pole, but it will range down into right field in foul territory.
Would have been caught had it been fair, I think.
That ball really hung up there. I thought that one was going to have a little more travel on it. But that ball just died as soon as it got into the outfield. It looked like it was floating. So we'll do the 2-2 over again. The pitch to Robson. Inside. Boy, good snag again behind the dish. And a full count. This is what you dream about as a kid, is it not, Bob? A full count, your team trailing by 4 runs, a chance to cut it down.
I always hit a home run when I played in wiffle ball.
The payoff pitch. This one is popped up right to the shortstop. That'll end it. Lou Kiefner under it, makes the catch. And the Oilers, despite 3 walks in the inning, have nothing to speak for. No runs on no hits, no errors. We'll send it into the top of the 6th. It's the Pilots 11, the Oilers 7. You're listening to Oilers Baseball on ESPN Radio.
The Best Shop on K Beach is looking to add to their team. As the Best Shop continues to grow, so does their need for great employees. The Best Shop is currently looking for a parts and salesperson, a light-duty technician, and an experienced heavy-duty technician. Pay is based on experience, and all positions will start immediately. Please bring your resume to the Best Shop and be ready to be interviewed. The Best Shop is hiring now. Apply today. The Best Shop on K Beach. Are you working past a death, divorce, or other loss? You've probably heard that you should bury your feelings, but your feelings matter, are normal, and natural. The Grief Recovery Workshop is quite different from a traditional support group. It's an action program and requires a commitment to the full 9 weeks. This workshop meets Wednesdays 6 to 8 p.m. October 14th through October 9th. To register, call Gail Kennedy, certified grief recovery specialist at 602-9944. Sponsored by PCHS. Peninsula
New
Community
pitcher.
Health Service.
Yeah.
Care for all.
Welcome back to Oilers Baseball here on ESPN Radio. Noel McLean and Bob Bird with you as a call to the bullpen brought to you by Central Peninsula Hospital, where we believe providing better access to local primary care and specialty services is central to our mission. Visit cpgh.org. That's cpgh.org. Colby Reynolds coming out to Rocky Top. Little Tennessee hoedown out here. This is one of my favorite walkout songs for the Oilers. I think just that good old banjo strumming always gets me going. My cousin Silas Lowe, he moved out to Tennessee to pursue a country artist career. He plays a little banjo. He primarily plays the mandolin. I think that's got a great sound to it as well. But let's talk baseball here. As Seth Wrightstone, he only goes a total of 2 innings, and he allowed 7 hits, 5 runs, all earned, and, no walks and 1 strikeout. That was the line for Wrightstone as Colby Reynolds takes over here in the top of the 6th inning. First pitch is swung on and missed. If you want a strikeout, I'll tell you what, this is the guy to bring it.
Well, the only strikeout in the game is this fellow, Jacob Coes, right now, but he's 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored.
And he went around, no doubt there, 0-2, tried to hold up. Colby Reynolds is a strikeout machine. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. Reynolds has got a sign, kicks and fires. Grounded over to Leone at the second base side, throw to first with plenty of time. And it is 1 up and 1 down here.
Right at Leone. And it was a hot grounder, so he did not have to charge it.
So Jacob Coes grounds out to start off the top of the 6th. Bo Rico and Dylan Marks will be up next here. Rico is 2 for 3. He singled twice and reached on a fielder's choice. First pitch to him misses outside for ball 1.
11-7, and I don't think this is the way the game is going to finish. I think we're in for a lot of entertainment yet to go.
Called strike on the inside edge to even it out at a ball and a strike to the catcher. Left-handed hitting Bo Rico comes into the game hitting .226. 1-1, darts the outside edge, and it's 1-2. And that average will go up after 2 singles today. He's down on the count here, though, in the top of the 6th with 1 away and a 1-2 count. Ripped foul and out of play. Foul balls are brought to you by Everybody Rides Again. If you're looking for a used vehicle and you have no credit or bad credit, guess what? No problem. Your job and a small down payment is all you need. located at the corner of K Beach and Poppy Lane. A 1-2 delivery from Reynolds. Breaking ball misses upstairs, and it's 2-2. Great crowd on hand tonight. Fans here in the grandstands and down the left field line primarily. A couple of stragglers on the right field bleachers. That one misses low, and the count will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And of course, down there in the beer garden, full as ever, as always. That is rain or shine, they will be there. And here comes a payoff pitch from Reynolds. Looks in, he's got a sign he likes. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. And a strikeout brought to you by Northern Superior Drilling, with over 20 years in the construction and drilling industry. Call them at 907-953-0829 at Northern Superior Drilling, the official strikeout sponsor of your Peninsula Oilers.
Well, there has not been a 3-up and 3-down inning at all by either team today.
If he wants to do it here, Colby Reynolds would have to retire Dylan Marks, who is 2 for 3 today. He swings and misses there. Chase the pitch low and outside. Marks is the second baseman, already in his 5th at bat here. Misses low, and the count evens out at 1-1 here.
Yeah, he's singled but gone down at the plate, safe on an error, safe on a fielder's choice, singled and scored a run.
1-1 pitch. Fouled away. They have to move to 1-2. That one out towards the parking lot, and if you've listened to me before, you know what I'm going to say, but I'm going to say it again. Don't park your car anywhere near the Oilers baseball field if you're coming to watch Oilers baseball.
Well, you could always put a bulletproof plexiglass shield on your car, and you can park as close as you want.
You got one of those kicking around in your garage, do you, Bob?
Well, I got substitutes. I got like a fish cleaning board.
2-2 pitch. This one is chopped over weakly to Dawson at short. Long throw across the diamond on the run, and not in time. They call him safe. He beat it out for an infield single.
I think that was the right call. Dawson was raging way over to his right, and he didn't have any body. It was all arm on that throw, and I think it was well beaten there by Marks.
All arm, no body on that throw, just as you mentioned, as Dawson ranged towards the third base bag to sweep that one up with his glove and then had to throw on the run with his body carrying him away from the first base side. Pitch is low, throw down to second on a stolen base attempt, and in there safely is a speedy Dylan Marks, and he's got a stolen base and into scoring position here in the 6th.
That was a great throw by Smith.
Smith fired it down to second base, but just barely beating that one out was Marks, and that's not to Smith's discredit there. 1 ball and no strikes to Hefner. Pops it up out to left field into foul territory, and not able to get there on that one was Cole Wilson.
Wilson had a long run. It landed on the warning track in front of the Pilots' bullpen. He needed a little more hang time.
1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 away. Runner leading off of second base is Dylan Marks. The score 11-7 here in the top of the 6th. Oilers and Pilots. Reynolds checks his runner on second, kicks and fires, and again it's fouled away to the left side. This one out of play.
The Scarlet Squawk Squad.
And it's 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes with 2 gone. Luke Hefner trying to keep the inning alive. There's been plenty of 2-out rally life for both teams tonight. 1-2 delivery. Chopped right to New at first. He'll just say Take a seat, Reynolds. I'll take it from here. Steps on the bag, and the inning is over. So for the first time since the top of the first, the Pilots go scoreless here in the top of the sixth, and we'll send it with the score 11 for the Pilots, 7 for the Oilers on no runs, 1 hit, and no errors in the sixth. You're listening to Oilers Baseball on ESPN Radio.
Upstairs at Beeman's, talking with Steve. Bikes, and more bikes you'll find in the bike loft. That's upstairs at Beeman's.
Matt, we are well stocked with bikes. We have e-bikes and regular bikes and adult trikes and kids trikes. We offer repair of all bikes, many accessories you can choose from as well. We have skateboards and longboards, softball and baseball mitts and bats, and an ever-increasing supply of disc golf from MVP, Innova, and Discraft.
You'll find all upstairs at Beeman's, located on the Kenai Spur Highway in Soldana.
Attention, all shoppers. Are you tired of navigating through the chaos of big box grocery stores? Country Foods in Kenai is locally owned and operated. Every time you purchase something at Country Foods, you're putting money right back into this community. This week's specials are boneless chuck steak and roast, buy one, get one. Doritos and Lay's, $3.99 each. Large seedless watermelons, 69 cents a pound. Hot house tomatoes on the vine, $1.49 a pound. And a huge melon sale, $1.29 a pound. Country Foods in Kenai, buy fresh, spend less.
Welcome back to Coral Seymour Park. Noel McLean and Bob Byrd with you as we head to the bottom of the sixth inning. The Pilots 11, the Oilers 7 on the Three Bears Alaska scoreboard. And, it is second inning of work coming up here for Colton Hayes, who walked 3 batters in the bottom of the fifth inning. But, Bob, the Oilers, with a ground out into a double play and a pop out, unsuccessfully scoring in that one.
That's the only inning they haven't scored in. The Pilots have 11 runs, 14 hits, 2 errors. They've stranded 9 men out left on base. The Oilers, 7 runs, 9 hits, 5 errors, that's right, and 7 men left on base.
Leading off here is Zach Ferris. It's inside for ball 1. Ferris today has grounded out twice, and he was domed in the fourth inning, right in the arm. 1-0 misses low, 2-0.
Oilers scored 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, none in the fifth. The Pilots, none in the first, 4, 3, 1, and 3 between the second and fifth innings.
Breaking ball, that's in there for a called strike. Bob, if I came up to you on the street right now in downtown Soldotna, and I said, hey, Bob, we're in the sixth inning. The Oilers have scored in every single inning except for the fifth. Would you put money on them leading or trailing?
If you were offering me a bet, I would smell a fish, so I would not take you on that bet. Baseball is a funny game.
3 balls and a strike as that one misses upstairs.
That's the 4th walk given up by Colton Hayes, and consider the fact that the Oilers gave up 8 runs to the Bucks, and we beat them. So if I said, hey, the Oilers are going to give up 8 runs to the first place Bucks, who do you think wins? The Oilers did that one. So, wow, we're in business again here in this inning.
Ferris starts it off with a leadoff walk as Leon tries to lay down a bunt, but it pops up foul.
I don't understand that at all. He's an excellent hitter. And we're down 4 runs, not 1.
So quickly 0-1. Leon looks down the third base line to Dave Dawson, the third base coach, for signs. Ferris a small lead off of first. 0-1 pitch misses low and outside, and it's 1-1.
Getting a raft of signals from the third base coach.
Ball and a strike with nobody away. Ferris off of first. Called strike on the outside edge. It moves to 1-2. That was close. So Leon digs back in from the right side. He's got a black piece of lumber, white batting gloves. 1-2. Inside, 2-2. Again, the Oilers today in the sleeveless black jerseys. You can't tell with the undershirts being black as well, but there's no sleeves. I'm waiting for the day where the Oilers rock the sleeveless black jerseys with nothing underneath them.
Ted Kluszewski.
2-2, that misses downstairs, and it runs full here to Leon. Little suns out, guns out action. Full count worked to Eddie Leon. Hayes kicks and fires, and it's upstairs. Ball 4. On the move was Ferris anyhow. That is the 5th walk that has been issued by Colton Hayes in only 2 innings. Well, really an inning because we haven't seen it out yet in the 6th.
Isn't that something? 5 walks in 1 inning, and yet the team hasn't scored yet. Wow.
Now Dave Dawson and Cody New, who is due up at the plate here, having a conversation. New today had an RBI single in the first, lined out to center field in the third, and grounded out to second in the the fourth. Perhaps we'll lay down a bunt here to move the runners over to second and third. Not sure. He does not on that pitch.
I'm going to guess he was told, take till you get a strike, then lay down a bunt. If Colton Hayes has trouble with the strike zone, let him fudge over that.
1-0 pitch coming. Swing and a miss. Big hack at it there.
Well, that just made my guess sink.
Guess we were both incorrect, perhaps. Ball and a strike to New. Hayes kicks and fires. It's inside, 2-1. And again, it's that arm side fastball that's getting away from him right now.
There is nobody in the Pilot bullpen. Nobody. That surprises me.
2-1 pitch. Popped up.
Infield fly rule.
Right over to the shortstop. Hefner makes the catch. And there's out number 1.
I'm going to criticize the umpire because he did not signify infield fly till it was practically in his glove, and that should be done immediately.
So here's Brayton Smith, who has reached on an error in the first. He had a double in the third, and then grounded out to third base in the fourth. With 1 away and runners on first and second, Ferris at second, Leon at first. This one ripped down the left field line, but it's foul.
And he caught the grounds crew tube. The infield canvas is in a tube, and he put it right through it. I wonder if he gets some sort of Cupid doll for that.
0-1 delivery. Bouncing in the dirt. It's 1-1. Smith tells the runners to hold up. Once again, blocked by Bo Rico. Rico has been a busy man behind the dish tonight, and, well, he probably will continue that trend. 1-1. That's lifted down the left field line, and right at the left fielder on the run was Jacob Coase, and he made the catch. That one was carrying well down the left field line, but Coase ranged over and made the play.
Well, he had to back up quite a bit, too, but he had it measured every step of the way.
So a fly out to left field for out number 2. And again, even despite the leadoff back-to-back walks, that's where the runners have stayed at first and second as Wilson swings and misses at the first pitch that he sees.
Wilson has popped to the catcher, been hit by a pitch, scored a run, and walked.
Here comes the 0-1. Towering pop-up, shallow right, the first baseman Hayes underneath it. And calling everyone off is the second baseman, Dylan Marks, who makes the catch, and the inning is over. So the Oilers, no runs, no hits, no errors, will send it into the 7th, top of the 7th. The Pilots 11, the Oilers 7. You're listening to Oilers Baseball on ESPN Radio.
Hi, this is Michelle, the 340B program coordinator at Peninsula Community Health Services. What is 340B? It's a program that provides prescribed medications at a greatly reduced price. This is a remarkable program for PCHS patients who have no insurance or for those who have high deductibles or copays. Patients that have had a qualifying visit in the last 12 months with one of our eligible providers may participate in this program at no charge. To find out how the 340B program can help you with medication costs, contact 262-3119. Peninsula Community Health Services, supporting your health.
Get ready to elevate your pit stop experience at Von Shell Mini Mart, situated right on KB. This locally owned and operated gas station is your ticket to convenience. Open 7 days a week for your every need. While you're there, tantalize your taste buds with the Von Shell Mini Mart Deli, offering delectable food for the renowned Paradiso's restaurant. And for those seeking a little extra kick, don't miss out on their convenient liquor store stocked with all your favorite adult beverages. Von Shell Mini Mart, where every visit is an adventure in flavor and convenience.
Welcome back to Oilers Baseball here on ESPN Radio. Noel McLean, Bob Bird, as we head to the 7th inning after what feels like an eternity. And, well, an eternity is truly 2 hours and 6 minutes since first pitch here at Coral Seymour Park. And that is because a combined 18 runs, 11 for the Pilots, 7 for the Oilers. And, well, it has been a very offensive-oriented day, and the defense has been anything but fantastic. As the Pilots will send Luke Stolga, Rodrigo Barajas, and Chase Knight into the batter's box here in the top half of the 7th inning. Stolga leads it off. A sac bunt in the first, a double in the second, grounded out to first in the third, and had an RBI single in the fifth. First pitch to Stolga, misses just a bit downstairs. 1 ball and no strikes. Reynolds kicks and fires. Fastball right down Main Street. Could have stopped and had a drink on his way through. One pitch. Chopped weakly to third. Worthgen fields on a hop, throws to first, and got him in time. Knew a stretch and kept his foot on the bag. Great job by the first baseman, Cody New, as the throw brought him away from the bag a bit, but he was able to keep it, his back heel on that first base bag. And that is out number 1, a ground out to third base. Well, with an airport not too far from here, we oftentimes see planes fly over the field. Just heard one fly over as stepping into the box here and taking ball 1 is Rodrigo Barajas. 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Boy, maybe got a piece of that one, actually. I think he just barely got a small piece. Now, a cool thing about Barajas, I'll tell you the story in a second. 1-1. That's chopped foul, and it goes to 1-2. Rodrigo Barajas and Cole Wilson went to the same high school. And Barajas is actually staying with Wilson here in Kenai while the Pilots are in town. And, well, this is what baseball can do for you. You talk about the community, your connections, and everything that you've been able to do with the game of baseball, which is not only play the beautiful game, but also learn from it, make friends, and create opportunities for yourself. 2-2. Towering pop-up. This one third base side. Worthgen over into foul territory. Makes the catch. And that is a pop-out to third base for out number 2. So we had a ground out to third base and a pop out to third base. Brock Worthgen's been a busy man over there in the 7th inning here. And it'll be up to Chase Knight, the third baseman.
We still have not had a 3-up, 3-down inning. Again, we might do it this time.
Reynolds looking in, righty on lefty matchup. Here's the pitch. High and outside for ball 1. night today. He has been all over the baseball. Or actually, excuse me, not so much all over the baseball. Misspoke there. As 2 ground outs, a single and a pop out. He's ahead in the count, 2 balls and no strikes here, though. Reynolds glove high to his chest. Now he's got his sign, kicks and fires. 2-0 swing and got a foul right into the mitt there, so it's 2-1. Just barely got a little piece of that off the end of the bat. On deck is Hayes as a swing and another foul tip right into the mitt. And it's 2-2. Deuces are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 have departed. We'll see if this will be the first 3 up, 3 down inning. Framing it on the outside edge, but no call as it was outside.
Worthgen and Dawson were walking to the dugout on that one.
Payoff pitch. Reynolds, here it is. This one is hit into center field. Robson back, should be routine. Makes the catch, and for the first time to send us into the 7th inning stretch, it is a 1-2-3 inning. Good morning, good afternoon, good night they go. And, well, the 7th inning stretch is brought to you by Auto Wash Express. Stop by Auto Wash Express today and get your vehicle washed. There are 2 locations for your convenience in both Kenai and Soldotna, right next to Coffee Express. We head to the bottom of the 7th. The Oilers trailing the Pilots 7-11 on the Three Bears Alaska scoreboard. You're listening to Oilers Baseball on ESPN Radio.
Gentle Dental is now accepting new patients. Haven't been to the dentist in a while? No worry. Wherever you are in your dental journey, Gentle Dental is the Their friendly team looks forward to meeting you, and you can even expect a joke or tooth when you visit. Call Gentle Dental today at 907-262-8834. Remember, your perfect smile starts here. Gentle Dental, where every visit leaves you grinning. Enough silly folks. Just kidding, because life's too short to be serious all the time, right?
Now listen up. Dan's Automotive is here to rescue
your cars. Don't fret. Just call 907-420-0416. Crew will get your wheels back on track in no time and won't be too silly about it.
You know, if they can get to this Hayes, they're going to have to maybe throw position players.
Dan's Automotive, your road to worry-free driving.
Welcome back to Coral Seymour Park here in the bottom of the 7th. Noel McLean and Bob Bird as the Pilots have a 4-run edge over the Oilers, as it will be Andrew Alva, Brock Worthgen, and Cole Dawson here in the bottom of the 7th inning. First pitch is popped up and foul out of play, as that one barely made it over the grandstands. Everybody on a high alert on that foul ball.
Brought to you by Everybody Rides Again, 260-3053.
Andrew Alva 2 for 2 on his day with a walk. Check swing, that ducks downstairs, and the count moves to a ball and a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike here to Andrew Alva to start off the bottom of the 7th inning. Pitch to the righty. That's chopped foul down the third base line and out of play. 1-2.
He's had a perfect day, been on base 3 times. 2 RBIs and a booming double.
Came into it hitting .286, but that average will boost. 1-2 misses outside, and it's 2-2. Get Alva, the leadoff man, here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Oilers need all the help they can get right now. Time is called. I'm not sure, perhaps the batter calling time there, I believe, is what the umpire signaled to.
No, he's bringing out his scorebook as if he's checking the batting order. It's very strange. But he walked off into the infield grass, pulled out his booklet.
2-2. Outside, the count goes full. Yeah, that was interesting. I'm not sure what he could have been writing down. There's no changes as far as we can see. Worthkin's still on deck. And Dawson has a helmet on behind him. 3-2. This one is through the 5.5 hole, as Bob Bird famously says. And it is a 3-for-3 night for Andrew Alva. Beautiful piece of hitting in between short and third. So a leadoff single here in the 7th inning for Alva brings up Brock Worthkin.
10th hit for the Oilers.
Brock Worthkin tonight, he singled and was stranded at third in the second. He grounded out to short in the third and then grounded into a 6-4-3 double play in the 5th. First pitch to Brock Worthkin misses in the dirt. Scooped up there by Rico.
Hayes, with 5 walks, has not been ahead of many batters.
Here's the 1-0 delivery. Bunt shown, and it's fouled down the third base line.
We were talking about him as a bunter last inning. That almost looked like a drag bunt.
Perhaps it was, and at least an attempt at one. That sun coming through the clouds now, shining up into the press box here. High in the sky beyond right field. 1-1, that misses outside and low. 2 balls and a strike. And on a cool evening, that sun probably feels fantastic right now for everyone in the crowd enjoying tonight's contest.
Dead calm, though, and we have yet to see any sparks.
2-1, that bounces in the dirt and gets away as Alva will head to second and in there standing as that's a wild pitch. So for how unsuccessful the outing has been today for Colton Hayes, he really has not had much damage, but now the Oilers have to capitalize here. Worth getting a 3-1 count. Alva's into scoring position. He leads off of second, and there's nobody gone. Here comes the 3-1 pitch to Worthkin. Low ball 4, make it 6 walks.
Now we're going to see if the Pilots are going to put any of their position players into the bullpen.
We did get word that it was most likely going to be a bullpen series, that after the starting pitcher, we were probably going to see position players pitching. Last night when the Oilers walked it off in the bottom of the 10th, it was a third-string catcher that was on the mound. Bunt shown and pulled back at a ball low and outside to Cole Dawson.
Now watch the umpire had to adjust his mask right where he normally puts his strike signal, but I think it was a ball.
1-0 pulls it back. That one is a called strike. I don't know about that. That was outside. Ball and a strike here to Dawson, who seemingly trying to move the runners into second and third with the sac bunt or perhaps a bunt single. This one down the third base line, but touched foul, and it's a strike 2 there for Dawson. Remember, back in the second inning, he already recorded a bunt single. He reached on a, speedy dash up that first base line. He's down in the count 1-2 here. He's got 2 singles on his day. He also walked and grounded out to the shortstop. 1-2, it misses inside. He showed bunt and misses to even it out at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
No. I wouldn't trust any Oiler with a 2-strike bunt. Prove me wrong.
2-2 pitch. Bunt shown, pulled back. We've already seen Dawson be called out on a attempted bunt with 2 strikes. It went foul, and for those of you who may not know the rules of baseball, if you bunt with 2 strikes and it goes foul, that is a strikeout. This one, a one right in front of home plate. Slipping is Hayes. He throws it to first, not in time. And it is the second bunt single for Cole Dawson. The bases are loaded.
Well, he got some help there by having Hayes slip, but a 2-out bunt has to go right up the middle, and that's where it was. But I'm glad to be proven wrong.
As now we're going to get a meeting on the mound here. The infield coming in, and we'll see if this is the end of the night for Colton Hayes. Haven't gotten a signal yet, but again, there's not going to be a pitcher that warms up to come into this contest. It'll just be a position player. Looking down that lineup, oh boy, I don't know who would even be tasked to throwing. Last night, Owen Hayes and Jace Russell both saw action. Perhaps Hayes would see action again tonight. I'm not sure. Bases are loaded for Colin Robson, who watches ball one upstairs. The league leader in home runs. Could potentially tie this game with one swing of the bat. That is if he finds a strike, as it's 2-0 to him. That was high and inside.
He popped up with the bases. Well, he did not have the bases loaded last time up. That double play erased that.
2-0 pitch coming. Outside, 3-0. And I'm assuming that that meeting on the mound was probably advising them to, just pitch around Robson. Even though the bases are loaded, this is not a guy you want to pitch to. 3-0 upstairs, and they're going to let the walk, the seventh one of the day for Hayes, score the runs. Coming in to score is Andrew Alva. Down to third goes Worthgen. To second goes Dawson. And Robson goes to first, and it is 11-8 here.
Still no action in the bullpen.
Here's Zach Ferris. The bases are loaded again. He watches a strike.
Now I'm going to criticize the umpire there because he made a forward punch with his arm, and all day long he's been showing his strikes to the right side. You can't see it sometimes.
0-1, this is hit on the ground hard and off the glove, away from the second baseman. That's going to score one run. The second run comes in to score. Stopping at third is Robson, and trotting in safely is Zach Ferris to second.
That was a routine double play ball. Instead, the Oilers score two. E4.
So an E4 allows everybody to be safe. The second baseman, Dylan Marks, fielded it, tried to go on to Luke Hefner at short to get the out at second. Unsuccessful. And the ball skipped all the way out into the outfield to score two runs. Worthgen and Alva both score, Worthgen and Dawson both score. And now it's runners on the corners with still nobody out for Eddie Leon.
Let's make it runners at second and third and nobody out. And now the third pilot error.
One 1-0 pitch here to Leon. Watches it low. 2 balls and no strikes. If you're the Oilers right now, I don't even take the bat off the shoulder.
It is just a mangled baseball game, but it is very entertaining because we don't know what's going to happen. 8 errors between the two teams.
2 balls and no strikes. The pitch high and outside. And actually, I think I was a ball behind, so that's actually ball 4. So the bases will be loaded again here.
Still nobody out. 3 runs are in for the Oilers. They're still trailing 11-10. And here comes Cody New.
Cody New today has a single, and then he is Well, not done anything else since. First pitch misses inside to him. It was an RBI single in the first, and he's 0 for since that point. Righty on lefty matchup. The pitch upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Again, we'll see a position pitcher come in to throw. Perhaps maybe, I don't know, Owen Hayes. I don't know if he'll throw in back-to-back nights. 2-0 misses downstairs. 3 balls and no strikes. Maybe you'll see somebody from in an off day, perhaps one of the Sanders brothers. That's just a guess. I have really no idea. 3-0 is upstairs, and that walks in a run. So Robson scores from third.
And we are tied.
And we're tied at 11. Actually,
Wow.
I think that is, yes. Yep, that's the tying run there.
Bases loaded, still nobody out. 4 runs are in. We are tied at 11.
Ferris at third, Leon at second, down to first goes Cody New. And Braden Smith watches a ball bounce in the dirt for ball 1.
Smith had a booming double and a run scored in the third.
I'm not sure why there hasn't been a position player to go in here. 1-0, that gets a...
I think it was a strike, but again, he's indicating his strikes with a forward punch. We can't tell it from behind him.
Ball and a strike to Smith. This one chopped right to third. It's bobbled, and the throw home is not going to get there. The throw to first is not in time either, and everybody is safe. It's going to be an E5. And the Oilers take the lead. The bases are still loaded, and chaotic comeback time on the peninsula.
Well, we said this was going to be an ugly game early on, and it has not disappointed us. My goodness. Now 4 errors for the Pilots to the Oilers 5.
This one is hit out into left field. Coase is back. This will score a run as tagging from third is Leon, and the Oilers extend their lead 13-11 on a sac fly from Wilson.
That's going to give us a 2-run lead, but nothing safe here today, Noah.
And all of a sudden, very quickly, we are right back to where we started this inning with Andrew Alva, who singled and scored to start off this inning. First pitch to him, misses low and outside.
Oilers now 13 runs, 11 hits, 5 errors, and the Pilots 11 runs, 14 hits, 4 errors.
That misses low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes.
Knight, the third baseman, was eager to get the guy down, the Oiler out at the plate, and he took his eye off the ball.
2-0 pitch coming to Alva. Outside and high, 3-0. And they got to get Hayes out of here. I mean, he just has no control.
1 out.
So at risk of loading the bases again here. 3-0 count. Outside, he does.
How many walks has he issued?
Well, let's count them up here. He came in, and he has allowed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 walks.
10 walks.
So 13-11. Brock Worthgen is up for his second time. And still only 1 out. Off of third base right now is Cody New. At second is Smith. And at first is Alva.
I believe that was a strike called.
0-1 the count to Brock Worthgen. He walked and scored his first time up in this inning. That misses low, ball and a strike.
6 runs are in this inning, and there's only 1 out. Stripes
flush across the top, 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 away. That misses outside. Now, am I behind in the counter, or is it 2-1 now? 2-1,
2-1,
yes.
yeah.
Was waiting for the signal from the umpire. 2-1 is the count. Runs inside 3-1, and now one pitch away from allowing the 7th run to score is now finally someone is going down there to get loose in the bullpen. They've perhaps seen enough with 6 runs coming in, as that misses in the dirt, and it's back-to-back walks. And the Oilers now lead it by a score 14-11 here in the 7th inning. And Cole Dawson comes up for his second time. So scoring on that play is Cody New. To third goes Smith. And at first is Brock Worthgen. Called strike to Cole Dawson. 0-1. The pitch outside, 1-1. And the Oilers are probably just going to let him just keep throwing and not swinging here unless it's absolutely on a plate for him. They're just going to wear him out and wait to see how long they can just keep this going. Misses low for ball 2. This is a disaster of a pitching. And I mean, honestly, for Colton Hayes, I feel for the guy because this is a tough situation to be in. 2-1. Upstairs and outside.
You got to figure, like the Oilers, the Pilots are short of personnel.
Yes.
And pitchers are, what, you have 7 or 8 pitchers on a staff when you're at full strength. And they obviously don't have it.
3-1 is inside. That brings in the 15th run of the game for the Oilers. As coming around to score is Smith. Going to third is Alva. Going to second is Worthgen. And down to first is Dawson. And now Colton Hayes' night is done. So we'll step aside for a short break. When we come back, we'll have more action right here on ESPN Radio.
Hey guys, the fish are running, but that's not the only thing that can swim.
Okay, was that the end of the thing or what?
All right, let's just score 10 runs.
Or is that the change?
We need
Hello?
6 more runs.
You hear me?
Yeah, what do you want?
What inning are we in now?
We are in the bottom of the 7th.
Still in the bottom of the 7th. And
Yep.
it's 11-11.
No, it's 15-11. Oilers now ahead.
Number 30, Rodrigo.
Who's ahead now? How did they get ahead?
The Oilers.
You fell asleep at the wheel.
I must have, because I was 11-11. Now it's 15. They scored.
That's correct. All on walks. And now they're bringing in a position player, number 30.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, it's Rodrigo Barajas.
The catcher.
Yep.
They scored 8 points in this inning.
Yes.
Yes.
Holy cow. Okay, when do you guys need to come back?
Probably another 30 seconds.
5, 6,
Well, if you got them at Iowa Express, we'll replace the frame for free. Let me say that again. If they lose or break the frame, we'll replace it for free. So relax and expect the best from Iowa Express in the Peninsula Center Mall, Soldotna, 260-9199.
Discover the care you deserve.
Who started the inning for the Oilers? I have to mark
Your
that.
community partner in health. Remember,
Alva.
we offer free monthly delivery to your doorstep with our free MedSync program. Allow our staff to refill your medications and solve issues before they happen. Our expert pharmacists are always here to address any concerns. Find us at the corner of Binkley and Marydale or call 907-262-3800. At Soldotna Professional Pharmacy, your well-being is our priority. That's Soldotna Professional Pharmacy, where your health is our mission.
Popped up left side. It's going to be caught by the third baseman, Knight.
Well, we join the action live in progress as that one was popped out to third, and Colin Robson is retired for the second out there Didn't mean to cut you off there, Bob. So now some fans not very happy, but the 2 up, the second out of the inning there belongs to Robson on his second time around. And Zach Ferris batting for his second time here in the 7th inning. Bases are still loaded as Rodrigo Barajas is the new pitcher. He was the designated hitter in this lineup today, but he is also a catcher. 1-0 misses downstairs. 2 balls and no strikes.
This is the 14th batter at the plate for the Oilers this inning.
2-0 pitch. This one is towered up into shallow. Well, not even going to make it to the outfield. Right to the second baseman, Dylan Marks, who makes the catch, and the inning is over. So we'll send things after a wild 7th inning. Boy, in that inning we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 walks, 2 hits, 8 runs, and the Oilers lead it 15-11 with 3 runners left on base. We'll send it to the top of the 8th. You're listening to Oilers Baseball on ESPN Radio.
When you've been involved in an accident or suffered at the hands of someone else's negligence, we can help you assess whether you need an attorney and whether we can add value to your case. This is a small community. We want to make sure that our community members are taken care of. We offer free consults to help you determine what insurances might be available to provide a full and fair recovery for you, or whether we can add value to your case. Call us at Earhart, Elkner, and Cooley to schedule a free consult. 907-283-2876.
But this is going to end up being one of those games where it's like,
For over 50 years, Kenai has known where
2 hits that inning.
Yeah.
Pizza Parada Sauce. When it's time for delivery, it's time to call 907-283-2222. Parada Sauce crafts authentic hand-tossed pizza with the perfect crust, made to perfection every time. Everyone on the peninsula knows for the best pizza, it's Parada Sauce. Don't wait. Dial 907-283-2222 and taste the tradition. Pizza Parada Sauce, where every slice is a masterpiece.
Welcome back to Oilers Baseball here on ESPN Radio as we have a call to the bullpen brought to you by Central Peninsula Hospital, where we believe providing better access to local primary care and specialty services is central to our mission. Visit cpgh.org. Zach Camp comes in to relieve Colby Reynolds. And, well, let's just run you through the numbers. Right now, the Oilers lead it 15-11. They have 15 runs on 12 hits and 5 errors. The Pilots, 11 runs on 14 hits and 4 errors. As now, well, the Oilers scored 2 in the first, 1 in the second, 2 in the third, 2 in the fourth, none in the innings 5 and 6, and then a booming 8 runs in the 7th.
On 2 hits.
Yes, on a total of 2 hits. The Oilers today have walked 13 times. There's a stat for you. And they also have not struck out a single time, as there's a fly out to center for out number 1, as Owen Hayes flies it out to start off the 8th inning.
9 errors between the 2 teams is another significant statistic, I would think. And the Oilers have stranded 12 runners, and the Pilots have stranded 9.
So here is Jack Dorn. Camp taking his time, kicks and fires. It's in there for a called strike. Dorn today reached on an error again in the 3rd, grounded into a double play, and flew out to center field. He is over. No balls and a strike to him here. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Tried to hold up, but blew a fastball right by him. Did Zach Camp, who's working with good pace here. That's something this game has not seen a lick of, except for perhaps a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the 7th. 0-2. That is hammered out into right field. Back towards the wall is Alva. He reaches up, makes the catch on the warning track for out number 2. Well, it was a good hit ball there from Jack Dorn, but missed it by a couple of feet. And, well, I bet you in most other ballparks that is a solo home run for Jack Dorn.
Well, let's call that thing look like it was going places. It had a lot of hang time, and that was to Alva's advantage. And he hauled it down maybe an arm's length from the wall.
So here is Jacob Coase. Swings and grounds this one weakly over to the shortstop, Dawson. Fields on the run, throw to first. 1, 2, 3, they go. So the Oilers can take care of business on the top halves in the 7 and 8. This past 6 batters have been retired straight and will send things into the bottom of the 8th inning. Still 15 for the O's and 11 for the Pilots. You're listening to Oilers Baseball on ESPN Radio.
Celebrate summer in Alaska with local favorite Country Liquor in Kenai, home of the coldest beer in town. They offer over 50 scotches, the biggest selection of American bourbons, craft beers from across the country, and the best wines from all over the world. Need something special? Keg and special orders are welcome. Just ask. Visit them on Willow Street, right next to IGA Foods. Remember, it's Country Liquor time. Don't miss out on the best drinks and the coolest vibes this summer at Country Liquor.
Oh, really?
Health concerns don't wait for the perfect moment. That's why Central Peninsula Urgent Care is your solution for immediate care that fits your schedule. Our board-certified emergency physicians and compassionate nurses are dedicated to your well-being. Located at the corner of the Spur Highway and Walmart Drive in Kenai, we're open daily from 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. No appointment necessary. Just walk in for compassionate, personalized healing on your schedule. Visit us at KenaiUrgentCare.com.
Welcome back to Oilers Baseball here on ESPN Radio. As well, we are into the bottom of the 8th after 2 hours and 41 minutes. And the Oilers have a 4-run lead here. They lead it 15-11. 26 runs combined by these two teams. There has been a total of 9 errors combined by these two teams. Those 26 runs have come on a total of 25 hits, 14 for the Pilots, 11 for the Oilers. And, I mean, this is just bizarre. That's what this is. Nothing else but bizarre. Eddie Leon leads it off here. And the bottom of the 8th, it's 1-0 to him. He leaves that outside. 2 balls and no strikes to the second baseman. That one misses outside as well. 3-0. Will we see walk number 14 drawn by the Oilers? We'll find out. 3-0, called strike. Just lofted it in there, did Rodrigo Barajas, who relieved Colton Hayes. And that misses, so it is a 5-pitch walk, and walk number 14. So Leon goes down to first base freely. That brings up Cody New. Cody New has singled in the first. He had an RBI single, lined out, grounded out, popped out, and then walked. He also scored twice today. First pitch misses upstairs to him. Again, Rodrigo Barajas, the catcher or DH, is in to pitch for the Pilots here on the bottom of the 8th. Called strike there to make it 1-1.
Barajas is not trying to throw smoke. He's throwing strikes. He's doing the job he was asked to do right now.
1-1. This one is popped up third base side. Knight is underneath it, ranges over, and makes the catch for out number 1.
Now, a high pitch like that, even though it's not a fastball, is too tempting to lay off, and he got what he wanted. He got the pop-up.
Well, for a guy that last night was catching position players all night long, he's probably excited to be on the other end now, just having to go out and not really have too much of a care for. Obviously, he's still going to stay competitive, but he gets to have some fun. As Smith, on the first pitch he sees, sends that one into right field. Leon is going to stop at third, and it is a single with one away here in the bottom of the 8th for Braden Smith.
Smith has been on 1, 2, 3, 4 out of 6 times.
Runners on the corners for Cole Wilson. Wilson popped out to the catcher in the first, was hit by a pitch in the third, walked in the 5th, popped out in the 6th, and had a sac fly in the 7th. Swings and pops it up. Towering pop up just into shallow left. The shortstop gets called off by the left fielder, Coes. And now the run is going to come in and score as they didn't expect Leon to tag. Sleeping out there was Jacob Coes and scoring. And so that one ends up being a sacrifice fly.
Absolutely.
He saves the batting average.
I'll tell you what, there was nothing about this game that looks pretty, and that was it. He ran out from under his hat, calling off the shortstop, and completely forgot about the man on third, and great heads-up base running by Leon. And we need that run.
Jacob Coes was not more than 10 feet into the outfield grass and left, and still by the time he realized that Leon was running, Leon was waving him goodbye.
He didn't even come in hard or fast.
Ball and a strike here to Andrew Alva, who is, well, 3 for 3. 3 for 3. That one misses outside.
12 hits for the Oilers now.
2-1 the count to Alva. This one hit into left. Coes coming on, makes the catch, and that will end the inning. So the Oilers, they do get a run off a sacrifice fly. It was 1 run on 1 hit, no errors. We head to the top of the 9th. The Oilers will try and end it here. We'll see what they can do when we come back. They lead it 16-11 over the Pilots. You're listening to Oilers Baseball on ESPN Radio.
Enough of the silliness, folks. Just kidding, because life's way too short to be serious all the time, right?
Now listen up. Dan's Automotive is here to rescue your ride.
When your car is acting up, don't fret. Just call 907-420-0416. Their crew will get your wheels back on track in no time.
Unbelievable.
Dan's Automotive, because car trouble is no laughing matter, except when it is. Dan's Automotive, your road to worry-free driving.
Summer is here, and so are the deals at Lower Peninsula Power Sports. It's our biggest Yamaha sale of the season. Save big on everything in stock. Yamaha Wave Runners, side-by-sides, ATVs, motorcycles, and outboard motors. Whether you're hitting the trails, the waves, or the track, they've got the perfect ride for you. Hurry in for unbeatable summer savings at Lower Peninsula Power Sports. Visit them, 61-284 East End Road in Homer, or give them a call, 907-235-6331.
Who's pitching?
Still Zach Camp.
Yeah.
Here.
Bob Bird and Noah McClain coming back to the top of the 9th inning. Nothing is safe. With 2 outs in the 9th inning, the Oilers had a 3-run lead against the Bucks, and the Bucks tightened it up, if you recall, after 2 outs, and it was a 9-8 game with us throwing out the tying run at the plate. It is now 16-11 for the Oilers, and anything can happen in this game, Noah.
We have seen just about everything happen in this game, Bob. I mean, it is unbelievable the amount of things that we have seen, whether you talk about the total 27 runs, whether you talk about 14 walks to the Oilers alone, whether you say 1 strikeout for the entire game.
9 errors between the two teams. Whoa. Here is Bo Rico, and on the hill is Camp, a right-hander on a lefty. Here's the pitch, and it's a ball 1. Rico has been safe on a fielder's choice, scored a run, singled with an RBI, singled and scored a run, and struck out. 1 of 2 strikeouts for Oiler pitching. Camp goes to the stretch. He pitches from the stretch as we are in the top of the 9th, and the Oilers with a 5-run lead. There's a swing and a miss. And it's 1-1. Oilers 16 runs, 12 hits, 5 errors. Pilots 11 runs, 14 hits, 4 errors. That's our count, but We have to check our own scorebooks to double check. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. Oilers have Worthgen, Dawson, Leon, and New. The infield third to first. Wilson, Robson, and Alva. The outfield left, center, and right. In a battery of Camp and Smith. Here's the stretch and the 1-2 pitch. Outside, and it goes to 2-2. In that 8-run 8th inning, the Oilers had only 2 hits. Excuse me, it was the 7th inning. Ball 2, strike 2. And here's the pitch. High, and it's a full count to Bo Rico. 226 hitter with 4 RBIs. There's the stretch and the pitch. Fouled up and over to the left. Brought to you by Everybody Rides Again. K Beach and Populay, give them a call, 260-3053. No credit or bad credit, no problem. A down payment and a job gets you a used car. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball tapped weakly to the right side. They have to flip it to the pitcher. He made it. Oh, he threw a little bit behind Camp, who was covering the base, and he just found the bag as he reached behind him. A nifty play there. And a lot of those weak grounders this game have contributed to the 5 Oiler errors. But that is a 3-1 putout and 1 dead here in the 9th. And here comes Dylan Marks. Marks has been on base every single time he's been up. I'll give you the details here in a minute. The first pitch to him is low for ball 1. He singled and was thrown out at the plate in the first inning. Safe on an error in the second, scored a run. Fielder's choice in the third. Singled, scored a run in the fifth, singled, and was left stranded in the sixth. Here's the pitch. High, and it's ball 2. Ball 2, no strikes. So he is officially, 3 for 5. Because the fielder's choice and the errors go down as a detriment to your batting average. Ball 2, no strikes. There's the pitch by Camp. Ground ball to the left side. It's deep for Dawson. He's got to make an arm throw. It pulls the man off the bag. I'm going to give them a hit on that one. I think he had it beat. And the 15th hit for the Pilots. That'll go down as a base hit for the Pilots. All right, so a 1-on, 1-out situation here. The Oilers leading by 5. Nothing safe. Here's Luke Hefner. Hit by a pitch. Didn't score. Grounded to second. Walked. Singled. Scored a run. And tapped to the first baseman unassisted. Next pitch is low. And I believe the count is 1-0. All right. Hefner. I think I said Hefner. 234 hitter with 8 RBIs. The Pilots have got bats. We've seen that. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, he corkscrewed himself and fell out of the batter's box with that swing. Why not? 1-1. There's no wind to speak of. Might as well go for the fences. 1-on, 1-out here in the 9th. The Oilers lead 16-11. Here's the pitch. It's a ground ball base hit into right field. And he's going to hold him at second. And they go station to station. And now that is 16 hits for the Pilots. And the Oilers in a jam right now. You know, I saw there's a 23-22 game where the Cubs lost to the Phillies. And I also saw a game, I've got it on a DVD, where they beat the Cincinnati Reds' Big Red Machine 15-14 in 15 innings. Ooh. The batter now is Luke Stulga. And here's a swing and a miss. Stulga with a tremendous catch earlier in the game, one of the few defensive highlights we've seen. He's sacrificed. He's doubled with 2 RBIs. He's grounded to first. He's singled with another RBI, and he grounded to third. Strike 1 the count to Stulga. The pitch, low. And it's 1-1.
What an awful game to be in a bullpen. I mean, what do you do out there?
I'm worried right now about this score. If Stulga is walked or he knocks in some runs, we've got no cushion left. Here's the 1-1 pitch. There's a ground ball. It's going to be down the line on the left field side. It's going to go in for extra bases. A run is going to come in. We are nowhere near we're done with this game as Stulga has a double, knocks in a run, pushes the man on first all the way around to third, and the Pilots are in business once again. 16-12. Runners in scoring position and only one out. Here is Rodrigo Barajas. Fielder's choice. Grounded to first. Singled and scored a run. Popped to short. Popped to third. That's from the left-hand side. 16-12 is the score. There's the stretch by Camp. Here's the pitch. Strike is called on the outside corner at the knees. That surprised me. And it's strike one. Barajas bats from the left-hand side. Camp with a jitter stretch. Here's the pitch. Popped up left side's going to go out of play. 0-2. 0-2 is the count.
It'll be interesting to see what the Oilers will do here. Ball into the infield, I would imagine that they just let the run score unless it's weakly grounded and they can get the out at home.
0-2 the count. Let's see what Camp does here. And the stretch and the pitch. Swing and a miss. Oh, that was a big strikeout. Wow. Third strikeout of the entire game for either team. No Oilers have struck out. Chase Knight coming to the plate. It is his fifth appearance. He's grounded to second, singled, popped to third, fly to center. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. It's a 16-12 game. Here's a ground ball to the right side. Leon skids, makes the throw. He's got him! The Oilers have pulled this one out. Oh, Mother McCree, a 16-12 ugly mess, a mangled baseball game, and we'll take it any day of the week, all right? Noah and I will be back to recount this amazing baseball game when we come back with the post-game show brought to you by Peninsula Community Health Services. All right, we'll be back in just 2 minutes. This is Oilers baseball. They win 16-12 here on KSRM.
When you've been involved in a car accident, getting healthy is the most. Having an advocate that can go out and get a fair recovery for you should not be something that you worry about. When people have been in and suffered catastrophic injury, huge medical bills, other insurance companies can come and try to reduce your recovery. It's imperative to have someone that knows.
I can agree with mine. They can't. There's too many messes.
At Earhart Cooley, we want to add value to your case to ensure a maximal, fair recovery.
Hello, I'm Marty Hansen, owner and manager of Eyewear. Have you ever bought new glasses for your little darling and they're lost or twisted into a figure eight before you even get home? Take that first picture? Well, if you got them at Eyewear Express, we'll replace the frame for free. Let me say that again. If they lose or break the frame, we'll replace it for free. So relax and expect the best from Eyewear Express in the Peninsula Center Mall, Soldotna, 260-9199.
Hello, Dr. Shane Ball, psychiatry at PCH. Psychiatrist that specializes in diagnosing and treating mental health disorders. Here at PCHS, I work with a team of psychiatric providers.
Two left on.
Whether it's depression, anxiety, or any other mental health challenge, we strive to listen, understand, and offer personalized treatment plans to help greater well-being. Call 907-262-3119.
Peninsula Community Health Services. Healthcare for...
If you have a small down payment...
Bring it back, Caleb.
Today. That's right, a small down payment and your job gets you qualified at the...
And now,
It's time for the post-game show on ESPN 1140 and 96.9. Brought to you by Peninsula Community Health Services and the Beck Shop. Team recaps and on-field interviews. Let's return to the field on ESPN.
Bob Bird and Noah McLean. This has been a knockdown, drag-out, Class AAA, 5-star, no doubt about it, mangled baseball game where the Oilers come up winning at 16-12. The Oilers 16 runs, 12 hits, 5 errors, 11 men left on base. The Pilots 12 runs, 16 hits, 4 errors. I think they left 14 I think they left 11 on base. But you're listening to the Peninsula Community Health Services postgame show. Give them a call at 907-262-3119. That's 262-3119. And brought to you also by The Best Shop. The Best Shop, if you need tires for your vehicles, stop by The Best Shop on K Beach. They've got great prices on great tires, winter tires, summer tires, heavy equipment tires. They've got what you need at The Best Shop. Before you order or buy your tires anywhere else, check them out on K Beach Road, your tire store. If you've got a big rig or a piece of equipment that needs to be repaired, The Best Shop is a full heavy-duty repair facility. They carry Western snow plows and Snow X plows. Get yours today at The Best Shop, 262-8785. You know, this was entertaining. We knew this was going to, by the second inning, we knew this was going to be a mess. And the Oilers put the game away with how many walks, Noah?
14 total walks. Yeah.
And how many did Oiler pitcher give up? I'm not going to count them here, but not that many. It's the errors that hurt us more than anything. Do you see a single walk by an Oiler pitcher?
Yeah, there's, I believe, only one, and that came in the third inning. And that was to Luke Hefner, who walked in the third.
There you go. That's it. And, of course, we hit a couple batters with like 5 errors. So what is remarkable about this is that both teams knew that they were shorthanded. They were going to have position players go to the mound. And I have to tell you, I was impressed with the job Rodrigo Barajas did in the last 2 innings.
Yeah, I mean, he goes out there and he's just got to throw strikes. He's lobbing it in there. You see that in the MLB sometimes when a blowout game happens. Guys just go in there, they get to pitch a little bit and have some fun with it. I mean, the scary thing about that is he was going in there and he gets a job done, and then all of a sudden the Oilers in the bottom of the ninth, Zach Camp gives up 3 hits. 1 run comes across to score, and another run, 2 runners in scoring position. So that game was not quite finished just yet. And that was the most bizarre thing, is even though there was pitching or position players in there to pitch, the game was not won for the Oilers. And we truly just saw some of the most bizarre scenarios that I've ever seen in a baseball game.
Well, there were some defensive highlights. The big one, I thought, was Luke Stuga robbing, I believe it was Alva, of extra base hit. No, it wasn't Alva at all, but I have to check that one out. The biggest hit of the game was a triple by Eddie Leon, and it gave the Oilers their first run. In the first inning. Cody New is the one who was robbed of, certainly extra bases, maybe even 3, maybe 4. You never know. So, and of course the Pilots. Let's take a look at their busiest man on the field. I think it was Dylan Marks. He singled, was gunned down at the plate in the first inning. Safe on an error, scored a run in the second. Fielder's choice on the third. Singled, scored a run in the fifth. Singled in the sixth, stranded at first, and singled and scored a run in the ninth. What a game he had for the Pilots. For the Oilers, I'm looking at Eddie Leon. He had that triple. He flied to left, safe on an error, which knocked in 2 runs, and he walked 3 times. So officially, he was 1 for 3. All right, and trying to figure out who else had. How about Andrew Alva? He had a single, scored a run, double, 2 RBIs, walked, singled and scored a run, walked and scored a run, and flied out to left. So a tremendous. And there is Max Sasaki. You want to ask him to come on up? We're going to take a break here. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll wrap things up. Oilers 16-12 winners here at the Coral Seymour Park. The last game of the season is tomorrow. You're listening to the Peninsula Community Health Services, 262-3119. We'll be back with more. This is Early Baseball on ESPN.
Life can often be overwhelming, and certainly your health care can add to that. But at Soldotna Professional Pharmacy, we're here to support you. We understand the difficulties you may face, and we're here to help. As your local pharmacy, we proudly offer monthly medication delivery services spanning from Cooper Landing to Homer, ensuring you get the care you deserve right at your doorstep. Find us conveniently located on Binkley Street in Soldotna, or we are just a call away at 907-262-00. At Soldotna Professional Pharmacy, where your health is our mission.
Health concerns don't wait for the perfect
I wonder what
moment.
the Bucks and the Miners did.
Here is your solution for immediate care that fits your schedule. Our board-certified emergency physicians and compassionate nurses are dedicated to your well-being. Located at the corner of the Spur Highway
Bucks
and
beat the
Walmart,
Miners.
open
They
daily
did.
from 8
That'll
until
lock
8
them in.
p.m. When necessary, just walk in for compassionate
Come back with that here.
your schedule. Visit us at KenaiUrgentCare.com.
Dam Construction and Roofing here on the Peninsula
They
is
got to
your
run in the
trusted
ninth.
From shingle roofing and installation and repair to installation of EPDM roofing or even metal roofing installation and repair. Dam Construction and Roofing has you covered. Open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. with 24-hour emergency services available. Over 60 years of combined roof experience. Drew is certified by Malarkey Roofing Products and offer warranty roofing products as well. Call them today, 907-262-39.
The Miners lose 2.